Hi, I'm Case Lowe, co-host of the Open the Voice Gate podcast. The one question I'm constantly asked when it comes to Dragongate is how do I get into the promotion? Well, stop asking and start listening to the Open the Voice Gate podcast, released every Wednesday on the Voices of Wrestling podcasting network. For exclusive news and show reviews, look no further than the leader in Dragongate coverage, Open the Voice Gate.
This podcast is a member of the Voices of Wrestling podcasting network. Visit voicesofwrestling.com to hear the rest of our great podcasts, as well as show reviews, columns, opinions, and updates across the world of wrestling.
Welcome back, everybody, to Wrestling Omakase. It is episode number 284. And this week, pleased to be joined by a returning guest. It's Snazzy, a.k.a. or Eric, a.k.a. Snazzy. Snazzy, a.k.a. Eric doesn't make any sense. Your real name is not Snazzy.
Yeah.
Your real name is Eric.
Yeah, I should probably just go by Eric on Voices of Wrestling, but I don't know why. I just haven't made that commitment yet.
Yeah. But how you doing, buddy? I haven't seen you since Japan. Or talked to you since Japan.
Yes,
I think you're the first, you're the second reunion guest, because obviously I talked to our Muth for 2 seconds after we got back. But yeah, this is the reunion. I forgot, yes. Yeah. But yeah, so he's probably sitting there like, you forgot again, John.
Yeah.
But no, but yeah, you're the second one, I think. I don't think I'm forgetting anybody else that I talked to in Japan. Oh no, I'm forgetting Tim.
For the match of the year one, yeah.
Tim and Chris. Oh my God,
Chris,
what an asshole I am. Tim and Chris were both on the match of the year episode. So you're actually the fourth Japanese.
Wow, I just got downgraded real fast.
Yeah. And then Paul is next week, so Paul will be fifth.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then I don't know. Is that it? Am I
Paul's finally back from 6 years in Japan.
6 years in Japan, the Philippines. Yeah.
That bastard.
So. Hopefully he gets better shows than you did, because this week we were just talking about it off the air. Look, folks, if you think I'm a very positive person when it comes to Japanese wrestling and only bury American wrestling, the last 2 weeks, this last week and this week, is going to disabuse you of that notion, because, boy, there's been a lot of Japanese wrestling that I hated lately. Because last week's episode was pretty negative, too, I think. I mean, I liked some of it.
It wasn't that bad.
I liked Stardom and Tokyo Joshi. I didn't really like Nowhere All Japan. I didn't really like the late that much either. But yeah, this week, oh boy, there's a lot of shit that was horrible. I feel so like when you picked this episode, so I can't blame myself entirely. But you picked the wrong one, buddy. So I can tell you.
I don't know how did the picking process go? I think maybe you just mentioned Ice Ribbon. I was like, yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah. So usually for people, I guess, to pull back the curtain, usually when I have on, these guests like Eric and others that are on a lot of episodes, I usually just ask them before, after the last appearance, I'm just like, oh, here's a bunch of episodes I have coming up that are, that I need a guest for. Are you interested in any of these? And I list a bunch of the shows that we're going to talk about. And sometimes I add something later. Sometimes I take something off later. But usually it's and I think I only added Sendai Girls for this one.
Yes.
The rest of them you already knew you were recording about.
Yeah.
So you picked this lineup and you picked wrong, unfortunately.
I thought the Dragongate show was going to be pretty fucking good. I'm not going to lie. I was excited I got this lineup. But yes, they did not deliver.
No. But yeah, what have we been, before we get to the terrible wrestling, what have you been up to since getting back from Japan?
Well, as soon as I got back into my room, I looked up flights to go back to Japan, and I booked another trip.
Literally many such cases. Literally,
yes.
That is the exact same shit I did. But
you're going
back even faster than me, so that is impressive.
Yeah, well, I kind of feel like, so because it was my first trip to Japan, I kind of feel like I got cheated in the sense that my brain didn't let me enjoy the holiday because it felt too surreal. I don't know if you had that maybe on your first trip, but I had this feeling of like, oh, well, I've achieved my dream trip, so like now what? And it wasn't until like 2 weeks into the trip when I kind of like met my favorite wrestlers at Ice Ribbon that I was like, okay, now I can enjoy myself. But that's still like 2 weeks gone, right?
Yeah.
So
the first trip is the one I have the least memories of, and I don't think it's just because it's obviously the oldest, because the next one was only a year later. I remember that one way better.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
The first trip is like such a blur of like, I built this up for like, so many decades of my life already, and now I'm finally going.
Exactly. Yeah. So I obviously looking back, I loved the entire trip, but like in the moment, I wasn't as like euphoric as I expected to be. So I needed to go back with fresh eyes, no surrealness, and from day one, I know what I want to do. I know what I want to eat. I know where I want to go. I know how to use the transport. So I can feel like I can enjoy myself from day one. So that's why I'm really excited for the return trip, like a million times more excited than I was for the first trip.
Yeah. So I'm going June and then December, I guess. I haven't booked the December one yet, but I'm almost certainly going. So
I think I'm skipping December and going in April again.
See, I'm going to do that too. So
I mean, if you can, why the fuck not? So.
I'm going to do June, December, April. I think that's my plan. Because I'm assuming you're assuming they might run the Tokyo Dome, right?
I mean, either that or at least something big. Like so.
I mean, I want to do the Golden Week trip once too, so that'll be my plan for next year. It's like I would have done it this year if I didn't already have this stupid Vegas birthday trip planned, but whatever.
Damn Quinlan.
Hopefully, damn Quinlan. I just hope Stardom books the conversion for one of the weekends like they usually do, which I'm sure they probably will.
Yeah, they probably will. It's funny that last week when I was listening to your episode and you said, "Oh, a friend's making me go to Las Vegas and I don't want to," I knew it was Quinlan before you mentioned Quinlan's name.
So, everybody knows the Quinlan lore already.
Yeah. So.
It is funny, but yeah, I mean, look, I'm sure I'm gonna have a good time. I guess maybe.
Yeah, you sound so excited. Yay, I'm going to Las Vegas.
Yeah. I feel like such a brat complaining about that kind of thing, though.
Yeah.
It's the same thing like when I complain about like, I gotta wait. I got 15 weeks till I go to Japan again. And it's like I just picture somebody at home going like, you motherfucker.
That's 10 more subtweets about talking about Japan.
I haven't checked that guy's Twitter in forever, so I just blocked him. Maybe he's still subtweeting me. Who even knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been I need to throw my phone in the sea, honestly, between the fucking all this shit with the U.S. hockey team winning the men's Olympic gold and then letting themselves get used as political props by the pedophile who runs this country.
The women's team won it as well, right? The U.S. team?
Or... Yeah, the women's team won it too. And Trump turned into a punchline. They all fucking laughed about it. So that was lovely. Because he was like, he called them after they won the medal and he was like, I invite you all to the White House. I have to invite the women too, or else, everybody will get mad at me. And they're all like, ha ha, great one. We love misogyny, Mr. President. Jesus. And then after the fact, they all tried to be like, whoa, we are actually good friends with the women's team. Well, they turned down the invitation. They cited like their busy schedules or whatever. I'm just like, yeah, they didn't want to go. Shockingly, they didn't want to go after they just made a punchline out of.
Wait, the US women's team declined?
Yeah.
That somewhat surprises me.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are like MAGA people too. They probably just were embarrassed about being like their fucking gold medal being used as a punchline.
But MAGA people don't care about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe they got outvoted by the lesbians of the team. Who knows? Maybe. Because a lot of them were like liking a lot of fucking posts on Instagram right after that, basically calling them out. So calling out the men's team so I think they were really pissed because it's like, you work all that time. They were way more dominant than the men's team too. Like, the men's team only won their gold medal because their goalie stood on his head. Basically, like they had no business beating Canada in that gold medal game, and they won in a fucking 3-on-3 overtime, which is basically like it's a joke. Basically, I'm not saying this out of sour grapes because I hate America. Any hockey fan who knows anything will tell you the 3-on-3 is a fucking gimmick. It should never decide anything real, just like the shootout. It's a joke that they decide the Olympics with that. They don't do that in the NHL playoffs. They just go 5-on-5 overtime until somebody scores. And it's like the 3-on-3. Like, okay, for people who know anything about hockey, the 5-on-5 actual hockey game, it's basically like, it's all about you try to defend well, and you try to capitalize on your opponent's mistakes. Like your opponent's legitimate mistake, like, your opponent like sends somebody, the defenseman pinches too deep or something at the wrong time, like he comes down when he's not supposed to, and they get too aggressive, and you turn it over, and you get a odd man rush that way, and you hopefully score. The 3-on-3 game is like a parody of that, because instead of capitalizing on an opponent's mistake, you're capitalizing on like a shot that was an inch wide, or a centimeter wide or whatever. Because like there's no actual way to defend in that game because there's too few players on the ice. So a shot can just miss by a centimeter, and you can have a 2-on-1 going the other way because there's nobody else back to defend. So it's a joke. It's a complete, it's even like hockey's already a very luck related game, but 3-on-3 especially is like the ultimate luck. Basically, it's like, did this shot miss by a centimeter? Okay, now you have a 2-on-1, you can win.
Why is this just international hockey rules, or why do they?
Well, they copied it from the NHL because the NHL does 3-on-3 overtime now in the regular season.
Oh,
but the regular season is one thing. It should not be just like, I don't like, the 3-on-3 can be fun, but it's just it should not be deciding anything that's supposed to matter, like a gold medal game. Yeah. So in the Olympics, so yeah, it's a joke, and the American men won a fucking bullshit gold medal, and we all have to pretend it's real because America. But I don't have to, because I'm not a patriotic American. I hate this country and I hate everything about it. So I can tell you the truth.
Yeah, I love America. America's the best. I love it when our political system is getting shook to its foundations because of the Epstein scandal. We had resignations, Prince Andrew's getting screwed over, our prime minister almost resigned, and Trump, there's no consequences over there. So yeah, it's awesome. America's the best.
Yeah, because nobody cares here, because it's a country full of people who like half the country just all they care about is owning the libs. As long as the libs get owned, that's all they give a shit about. So, they can be as big as pedophiles as they want. I mean, it's basically that all, like the Democrats, they're obviously our elected officials suck, but like when Republicans start like posting on Twitter and shit, and they go like, oh, quote unquote conservatives, they'll go, Bill Clinton's in the Epstein files too, and Joe Biden did this, and pretty much every fucking liberal or leftist or whatever would just say, great, put them all in jail. We don't give a shit. We're not the ones that worship our politicians. Yeah. I could not give less of a fuck who will fuck be put in jail. It's only you guys and your fucking deranged bullshit that worships a fucking politician. Not just a politician, but a fucking pedophile game show host that actually wants, actually thinks like that and believes that the other side would, because they think that's a gotcha. And it's like, no, put Bill Clinton in jail. Why do I give a fuck if Bill Clinton's in jail or not? I couldn't give less of a fuck. You're the only ones that actually worship a fucking politician. So, whatever. I'm getting myself fired up again, which is stupid.
I find it funny how they changed their tune, because I thought they hated pedophiles, right? With all the pizza.
No. They just pretend he's not a pedophile, so whatever. Or he was like an undercover pedophile to them to like catch the pedophiles or whatever.
Oh, yeah. He did a real good job. Yeah.
And it's like how they're all against fraud, but he keeps like pardoning scammers and donating money. That's also not a thing.
Well,
so
also Trump coin. Hello.
Yeah.
How is that a thing and no one's done anything?
Well, you see, it's good when they do it. So yeah. It's just like how they spent all that time, memeing, like cosplaying about how they were going to stand up to a tyrannical government, and now that we have an actual tyrannical government in the streets murdering American citizens, they're like, that's good though. We like that. Yeah. They're murdering the right citizens, so that's okay. So
it's all fucked.
They're the biggest hypocrites on earth, and they're like, you can't even point out. It's not even worth pointing out they're hypocrites, because they're like proud hypocrites. It's like anything that,
there's no shame.
Anything that owns the libs, quote unquote, is good by them. So they have no. You can't. This is why this country sucks, because you can't share a country with people who have no values, have no morals, have nothing except just owning the libs. That's all they care about. So whatever. That's the country living with where 50% of the country is just nothing but pieces of shit. And,
you guys got them in midterms, I believe.
I don't even give a shit at this point, honestly. It's like, what's gonna happen? They're just gonna win another election after that and like probably like have AI fucking surveillance drones like fucking looking at us or whatever, or
Time to
monitoring
move to
us at all
Japan.
times. Yeah. What'd you say? Sorry.
Time to move to Japan.
Well, I wish,
No.
but they don't make that easy, unfortunately. So, not big fans of foreigners in Japan either. But anyway, let's I guess we can talk about some shitty wrestling. Although, what else have you been doing? Anything else before we get to the shitty wrestling?
I can do a quick plug if you
Oh yeah.
Quickly. Yeah, so just before we get started on the amazing wrestling we watched, so I'm part of the Social Suplex team, and we released a new edition of our newsletter, and it includes another attempt by me to cover as much of Japan as possible. I'm still struggling to add in some Mystic Puro, but I've almost got everything else. It also includes some reports by Trish from Wrestle Kingdom and some contract notes on New Japan section, and we'll have some exclusive stuff with Brody King coming soon. But secondly, the reason I wanted to bring this up is I also host the Joshi-ing Around podcast with Tim, the aforementioned Tim Hunter, who's been on Omakase before. And in our latest episode, we have a full recap of Saya Kamitani's new autobiography. So I thought that might be of interest to the Omakase listeners. So if you kind of like want to walk through her journey from childhood, feel free to give that a listen. Tim's also clipped it, so you don't have to listen to us review like Marvelous and Ice Ribbon and Diana or whatever. But yeah, so I read the book over the last week, and we just go through that. Do you want some like cliff notes for your listeners? I guess.
Oh sure.
If they don't want to listen to a 2 hour.
I mean, does she talk about how? I remember seeing a clip of her talking about like how awful the Idol fans were to her, which was so sad.
Yeah,
Because they were like talking about how she's pretty big for a woman and all sort of stuff. I'm like, how do you think this like beautiful 5'6" woman is like too big to be an idol or whatever?
So she basically talks about so she was basically depressed after high school because she applied to literally hundreds of idol groups and would get rejected for all of them. And Tim was asking me as well why that might be, and Saya kind of mentions in the book that it's because she was kind of slender and too tall that she thinks that she got rejected from all of those groups, and that same advantage that she has in wrestling was the reason she feels she got rejected from all those idol groups. So she was in a depressive state. She also talks about how she's bipolar, and I don't think that was known, so she reveals that in the book. She said she initially started out with medication. So this was in 2021. She got diagnosed because she moved into her own apartment and she was feeling lonely, and then she sought some medical advice. She says she doesn't need medication for it now, though. So she's kind of got it under control and manages it. So,
but the idol thing is, I mean, that's interesting. The idol thing is so interesting because I can imagine people sitting at home being like, how could a woman that beautiful be rejected for all these idol groups?
Oh, they're brutal, though.
And
yeah,
they are brutal. Yeah. And the tiny cute thing is such a thing because I've been to these idol shows, but I talked about this on the Wrestle Kingdom recap episode with Arametha, where two of us went to a show,
I remember,
one of these like multi-group shows, because one of my best friends that I grew up with lives in Japan now and is a big idol fan. And yeah, the groups are just like one group after another, and these are all like, they're not underage or anything, but they just look very tiny. Like with a point where you'll see a girl up there who looks like she's towering over everybody else, and then you find out she's like 5'2" or something.
Yeah,
because like they really, it's even more, because obviously Joshi's like that too, where Saya at 5'6" looks like Andre the Giant sometimes, but like it's even more extreme.
Yeah, she's not even that tall, and she got rejected like the whole time just for her height. Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean 5'6" is way above average female height in Japan. I think in Japan, especially in other countries, it wouldn't be, but I think average female height in Japan is like 5'2" or 5'3". But that should tell you again how like fucking short the idols are, though, because you have to be way below average to usually get picked for these things. And yeah, it's very, very weird. Now that's changed, I think, a little bit since Saya came up. I mean, obviously Yuki Arai is not that much shorter than Saya. She's like 5'5", and she had a reasonably successful idol career. So it is changing, and it's changed a little bit. But I think she came out along with like really just a little too early, basically, when they still had, because she's a little, like Yuki Arai, I think, is a little younger than her, right? I think.
Oh, she must be.
Yeah, I'm just looking.
I
know Saya's like 29.
Oh, 29.
Okay. I think this is her last year of eligibility in 30 under 30. Yuki Arai is only a couple years younger. She's 27. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe Saya just missed it or something. I don't know. Or maybe Yuki Arai just got lucky. I don't know. Because Saya did eventually get to like the because she got pretty far. She got to like the audition stage of like AKB or one of those big groups.
Yeah, she actually talks about that, and it's actually like one of her core memories because she has so much regret from that day because she almost got it, but then they kind of asked her where she wants to be based, and her mom told her she basically had to graduate from high school, so she couldn't like commute across the country, obviously. So she wanted to be based in Akihabara. They asked her, "What if we put you somewhere else?" And she was like, "No, I kind of have to be based here." And then she didn't get it, and she just blames her mum the whole time. Like for the rest, like for years, she blames her mum for that. But yeah, she got to the final stage for that.
Yeah, so she did make it pretty far despite that. But yeah, I mean, again, the height thing is funny because like obviously, like you said, it's a big advantage in wrestling.
Yeah.
Where, especially pre-Bushiroad Stardom, we know how much Rossi is a size queen. So,
she got put. So I didn't know anything about her. Well, I know bits and pieces, but it was kind of interesting to see her run and her recap of it. And she got pushed. That white belt reign is very interesting. How she beat Utami and Tam back to back at Sumo Hall in like March 2022. So
yeah, she got a really big push. So to the point where like it did get some backlash at the time.
Yeah.
So, where obviously only the dumbest people have any backlash for it at this point, since she's obviously very over.
Yeah. Some other stuff was so she has a handwritten letter to Tam Nakano in it, which I thought was adorable. She basically, says she loves Tam, which we all know about, but it kind of the whole book shows that relationship in a whole new light, almost, for me at least, because I didn't know all of the history. So if you kind of want to know about the lore between Tam Saya and Sayaka Kurara before Yokohama Arena, because I guess we'll talk about it later, but something's happening there. I think Tim and I kind of reckon something big might be in the horizon with Sayaka, or at least they're swerving us or something, because Sayaka is basically using very specific language, and it's the same exact language that Tam and Saya used against each other. So like Sayaka's been saying to Saya, "I will take everything away from you." That's exactly what Saya said to Tam. Sayaka's also said, "I will break the Saya Kamitani curse," which is a wordplay of what Tam Nakano said in the post-match promo of the Yokohama Arena match, where she said that there'll be a Tam Nakano curse. And also the last thing is Saya said to Tam Nakano that she was the brightest star because she believed in Saya when Saya went black, and what Sayaka's been saying is, "I will be the Stardom's brightest star." So literally either Tam is booking this storyline or they're literally directly ripping quotes from it. So something's big happening. I don't know what it is, but
I wonder if that's going to be because a lot of people are, and I guess we're going to get the start. A lot of people are down on that as the idea of being a Yokohama main. So I wonder are they going to have Sayaka win the Cinderella and have her challenge?
That's what I think.
Cinderella 2 years in a row. Are they going to have her lose a Cinderella and get her title shot before Yokohama somehow? I don't know. It's very interesting.
There's so many ways they could get there, but if it's something big, what's kind of bigger than Tam returning? I'm not even joking when I say that, by the way. Like they're being so explicit with these references. Even Sayaka, like going up to Saya Kamitani at like the signing booth or whatever, like. That's a reference to "I Came to Make You Cry," right? Which happens, like, that's what caused Saya to turn heel. So, yeah, if you want like a recap of the whole Tam Saya feud to get ready for whatever's upcoming, then just give that episode a listen.
There you go. So nothing else really going on with me, I guess, in the last week besides hating hockey.
Well, you said you were in a bad mood.
My country. Yeah, that was it. The hockey and the Trump shit and having to read these.
You said you were in a bad mood today. That didn't happen today.
Well, yeah, I was reading the shit today, so.
Oh, okay, fine.
I don't know. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It's just like, it was very, I really haven't been doing much of anything else, I guess, besides cramming Japanese every day, which I like, and I like studying. I mean, I've just been doing way too much of it, probably. I've been doing like 6
what are you
hours
studying
a day.
on?
So I use Wanikani for the kanji. Yeah, I reset mine because I got so far behind. So but I've already gotten to level 5 in like a week. So, because I remembered all this stuff very, very well, apparently. Yeah. I don't even know if I needed to reset. And then I've been using Boon Pro, which is like another similar SRS system.
I haven't used
but you use that mostly for the grammar points and then also some vocab. But I've been doing it way too aggressively because I've been doing like 50 a day, which is probably way too much. But like 5 grammar points and 45 vocab. But
do you think I should ditch Duolingo?
Duolingo's not very good. Duolingo's not very good, so probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really like Boon Pro and Wanikani. It's a good combo. I just need to like figure out a way to also get better at listening and speaking, because I feel like the reading stuff is the thing I was best at already. So I really need to find a way to also like study the listening, because I feel like that's the thing I'm the worst at.
Well, I mean, it's good that you watch a lot of content in Japanese.
Yeah, I mean, I just haven't found that that's really been helpful for me.
Okay.
But maybe I mean, I have noticed that I'm understanding more and more words, but it's like this is where I'm hoping the Boom Pro will help, is like the grammar, like maybe understanding more of the grammar will help me, because there's just these times where I'll be listening to a promo. And I think I talked about this last week, where you're listening to a promo, I'm getting it, and then all of a sudden I'm just not getting it at all, and it's really hard to get it. Yeah, you just lose it, and it's really hard to get it back. So, that does make it difficult. But I mostly, like I said, I've been studying my Japanese 6 hours a day, trying to ignore how much I hate this country and most of the people in it,
and counting the days to return to Japan.
Have
you planned your trip? Like, all the shows?
Yeah, the whole thing. Well, the show is that most of the folks haven't announced shit yet.
Oh yeah,
I fucking hate that.
Yeah,
I mean, probably March they'll start announcing more, but like that's so annoying that they don't announce more of their fucking dates further out. But yeah, I mean, I hope there's a lot of modes I really want to go to. I think Sendai Girls, I'm gonna just miss them again. I think, because I think they're running, unless they announce something else. They do have dates through June already, and they have like June 7th at Shinjuku Face, which is like 4 days before I land, and then like the fucking Tokyo Joshi Core, it is like right before I land, and
oh damn,
the Stardom Cork is right after I leave, so it might, like, the 10th to 28th might be, it just might not have been a great schedule, I guess.
Well, you'll get conversion.
I get the conversion. I have Dominion. I think there's already a bunch of All Japan and Noah Korakuens booked, but it's like those are like two promotions I don't really enjoy, so yeah. I'd much rather swap them out for something else. But we'll see. Hopefully, I hope I can get to a Tokyo Joshi show, another Stardom show, some Sendai Girls show would be great. I would really like to go to Ice Ribbon again, honestly.
Hell yeah.
And Marigold, I guess, but I mean, I'm not even really that. And they feel so cold, as we're going to get into. And I'd like to go to Dragongate, even after the terrible Dragongate show we're going to talk about in a second. But yeah.
Dragongate's really fun live. Well, you went to the 9th of January one, which that one may be a bit boring. But I love the Osaka one that I went to 2 days later.
Yeah. The 9th one was like, it was not like I disliked it, but, it just wasn't a lot going on there. But yeah, I don't know. I've just been studying these Japanese sentences, getting mad at myself for forgetting words like I don't know. For some reason, I can never remember this. This is the one I keep getting wrong every time lately, and keep having to be like, "God damn it again!" Which is sutelu, which is like to throw out, basically. Mm-hmm. For some reason, I can never remember sutelu. I have no idea why. So many fucking times I've gotten that one wrong, but. Yeah, I mean, I get pretty good scores. I get like, a lot of 90+% scores, but then it's always like
Is that the one you can eat? Is that kanji?
No. This is just vocabs. This is Boon Pro.
Oh, so Boon Pro does vocab and grammar.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like this is like N5 level, so it's still pretty basic. But yeah, I just like, God damn it, why can't I remember Sutelu? I'm trying to think what the other ones I keep getting wrong. Nigiyaka. See, now I'm remembering them. Now I'm pulling them out of my head. Nigiyaka na, which is like lively, I think. I keep forgetting that one. Now I can pull these up, but when I get to the quiz again, I'll probably fucking freeze on it. But anyway, let's talk about some pro wrestling. Some really shitty pro wrestling.
Oh boy.
First of all, when do we ever leave off with Dragongate? We're going to do that today, mostly because I think this show was so incredibly bad that we should just get it out of the way. This was the a listener told me I'm horrible at speaking Spanish. Do you want to say the Spanish title of this show? Are you better than
me saying Spanish? I'm off Spanish, but
I know. Oh yeah,
Uno Dos
Tres. Yeah, there you go. I'm horrible at saying any Spanish words, as a former guest reminded me the other day.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they are at the Fukuoka Kokusai Center on February 23rd. So this past Monday, this was one of their big shows of the year. I mean, they basically replaced Final Gate. So this, because the last time they ran this show this building was Final Gate 2024. So the end of 2024. And for some reason, I don't know the reason why. I haven't seen an explanation. They didn't run it at the end of December 2025. and so they ran it here February 23rd, a few months later. The announced attendance was 2,222, a very convenient number there, in my opinion. The building did not look very full at all in the pictures. I'm skeptical they even had that many people there. Them and Marigold are like the world champions of exaggerating attendance, in my opinion, in Japan. But even if you go by their own announced numbers, it's down quite a bit from Final Gate 2024, which again was their last time in the building. That one they announced 2,765. So, just not a good number. And given they haven't been drawing well throughout, it makes the result of the main event even more confusing. But yeah, this show was horrible. I mean, as we're going to go match by match, I did not think there would be a worse Japanese wrestling show this year than the January 1st Noah show, which was a horrible show with a horrible main event. It had one great match, and the one great match on that show was better than the one great match on this show. And the rest of this show was much worse, I think. Like the bad stuff was even worse than the bad stuff on the Noah show, including the main, I think. And like just a really, really, really bad show. So yeah, I think this was even worse than that Noah show, which is amazing to me. And again, I'm not like, for anyone new listening or anyone who hasn't listened recently, I like Dragongate this year. Like, I think they've been pretty good, which is why I was a little surprised by just how horrible this show was. There've been issues I've had with it. I talked about it with the last Korakuen. I think their biggest issue is the simple fact that so much promotion is built around a feud where you have nothing to root for with Saipatra and Gaja Dokuro, because they just they're both so incredibly unlikable. And like that is like one of the main things the promotion is built around. So that is kind of a downer. But the match quality has not been anywhere near this bad as it was on this show. And, there was something about this show where the storylines were bad, the booking decisions, some of them were really bad, and the match quality, which, I can excuse bad booking to a degree if the match quality is going to be good, and the match quality just wasn't there on this show. So, the opener was Luis Monte defeating Kazuma Kimura in 6:33 with the MCK. First problem was the sound. I've talked about the Dragongate production issues a lot, recently. I think everybody who covers them has. They just don't have a very good production right now. They don't have very good production right now on the Dragongate network. But even by their standards, the sound production on this show was horrible. I mean, it had this very weird, loud echo at the start of the show. And there was like this glitch in the middle where, because did I watch this one live? I didn't watch this one live. So I guess it's on the recording. And there was like a glitch where like it skipped at one point and then the sound came out of sync for a while. Did you notice that too?
I did not notice. I watched this live.
Okay, you did watch it live. So maybe it's only on the recording. But yeah, the sound came out of sync for a while. And nothing annoys me more because this used to happen a lot back in the old days of like, some random guy ripping shows that you would download, where if they ripped it wrong, the sound would come out of sync and would drive me fucking crazy because like whenever a guy does a count, there'll be a move and you'll hear the slam either before or after, the actual move, but especially when the ref does the count and the count is off sync, the sound of the hand hitting the mat is off sync with the actual count. It's so horrible. It did get resynced later, which is good. But like, yeah, it was really bad at the start. But yeah, this match, I thought it was pretty sloppy. There were some awkward moments. I went 2 stars on it. I didn't think it was good at all. And it wasn't even close to the worst match on this show.
This is where it all started for you. Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad. Maybe that's because I really like Kazuma Kimura. I think he's a pretty good rookie. Maybe it's because I'm just remembering his performance in that Triangle Gate match against Saipatra last year. I think he was awesome in that match. So I just he has some nice like judo takedowns.
That was when he teamed with Saipatra, you mean?
Yes, that's when he teamed with Saipatra.
Because that match was awesome.
It was awesome. I just think he has some nice judo takedowns. He's got some nice suplexes. I love his armbar transitions. But yeah, maybe this match wasn't that great. But I'm still, I guess, optimistic about his performance and his development.
Match number 2 was a 4-way tag team match. So the team of Strong Machine J and UT defeated the team of Mondai Ryu and Punch Tominaga It was Strong Machine J pinning Punch Tominaga in 601 with the Machine Suplex. The other two teams involved were the All Asia Tag Champions, Mochi Fuji, and also Susumu Yokosuka and Kagetora. This was not for the All Asia belts. They're defending them on March 3rd against Strong Machine J and Tatsumi Fujinami, which will be interesting. This I don't know, the dead crowd, the annoying audio issues kept going, and I didn't think they did anything at all interesting in the 6 minutes. I gave this 1 star. Another
Holy shit.
very, very bad match.
I don't have any notes on this. Well, actually, my only note is like Punch's springboard plancha was kind of crazy. He just fucking flung across the ring, but yeah, I got nothing on this. Strong Machine J is kind of interesting, just interestingly doing not. I mean, I know he's got the All Asia tag. I mean, that's still nothing, to be honest. I feel like, he's just relaxing for the past year, apart from the Kakuta food last year.
Match 3 was Toru Owashi defeating Jiro Shimbashi and 6:45 via referee stop. Jiro waved a literal white flag of surrender. Now, we got a few tantalizing chords of Sandstorm before the mute hit. To hear the whole thing, not even hear the whole thing, you have to go to DDT, but then it gets cut off by Tokyo Go, so you don't get to hear it there either. But amazingly, when they unmuted it and Yagi went to count an early pin, they somehow muting for Sandstorm and unmuting fixed the audio sync issue on the version I was watching. It was so funny. Because it's like I was like, somehow that fixed it. So I was like, and the rest of the night, the audio sync issue did not happen. So I was like, thank God they had to mute for Sandstorm, because that somehow that fixed it. Jiro like got a call over the audio system during his rope walk, which was so loud and jarring. I actually thought it was like some kind of weird emergency alarm in my house at first. I don't know if my brain was still thinking about this blizzard we just had here. Another reason why, that's another reason why I've been in such a bad mood. We keep getting nothing but fucking snow all fucking year. What the fuck? Like, this is like the worst winter we've had in New York in forever. Because we were buried under snow for weeks and weeks and weeks. It finally melted, and now 2 days later, we got another 20 inches of snow. I was like, do I live in the fucking Antarctic now? Like, what is going? Like, our winters are not great normally, but they're never this bad. So, yeah, that was another reason why I've been in a shitty mood lately. Is this fucking snow that never ends. I'm not sure why Yagi at one point was just letting Jiro swing his umbrella like a golf club. I was like, what? Like, he was like hitting Torawashi with it. I mean, I'm like, that should not be legal, sir. Jiro got another call from a client just when he was about to go for a dive. That was kind of funny. But yeah, the crowd either didn't care at all about this, or they were mic'd so badly it seemed like they didn't care at all.
Yeah.
I was mildly amused, though. I like Jiro having salt to toss before going to sumo pause, because Owashi's a former sumo. But yeah, whatever. This was like I far from the best comedy match I've ever seen, but compared to a lot of other matches on the show, this was Misawa Kabashi. So.
Yeah, I just think Shimbashi's kind of had diminishing returns for me. Like the first few appearances when he debuted, I thought they were awesome, to be honest. I was really into it, but I don't know how this is really going to evolve, if it's ever going to evolve. And yeah, this was fun.
I totally agree with you that it's gotten. I liked it a lot when it first showed up, but it's gotten old very quickly.
Yeah.
So, then we had the Bravegate title match. Ryoya Tanaka defeating Genki Horiguchi in 10:36 for the Stardust Press. That gives him his 8th defense, so he's like approaching the all-time record. Not quite there yet. Pac has it for his 11 defense famous Bravegate reign, so I think that's like 2011 was that reign. Yeah, he's getting there. He's getting there. But yeah, Genki got this shot. He won a number one contender match against Kagetora. He's also a Kyushu native, but whether or not he's a hometown boy, this was still mostly heatless. The crowd at one point managed to get a very light HAGA chant going, but I do mean very light. But yeah, this never got any kind of first gear, I thought, and then it ended. So deeply average match, 2.5 stars, which again still makes it maybe the second best match of the entire, or maybe third best. I don't know. But like that was a problem with the show. Is like Tanaka's like one of the best things going in this promotion right now for me.
Yeah,
like he's just his Bravegate reign is by far the most interesting title reign in the promotion, and he's just been really good. So, the fact that he had really little to do on the show, or just a 10.5 minute match against an older guy that didn't really stand out at all, was a big problem with the show. So a big reason why the show wasn't as good, as was so bad, really.
Yeah, so I mean, just for context, so I'm not like a old head, Dragongate old head. I started watching actually like a year ago when I started covering it for the newsletter. I've watched every show since, but I haven't watched historically. I'm a bit confused that this was the defense they brought up for him on one of the second biggest show of the year, right? Because the first, obviously, Kobe World. This is the second biggest show. This was easily Ryoya's worst defense yet. So I'm not saying this match was bad, but I've already forgotten most of this match. I don't know why this was his defense. Like, he needs to be given better opponents.
Yeah. I mean, Jason Lee coming out to challenge afterwards. That's cool.
Cool.
He's been out for a month and a half, and he just attacked Nakahira from behind.
But why is Genki doing this? The defense on this show?
Because he's from Kyushu.
Okay, sure, right.
He was last champ. So Jason Lee, he was last champion about 3 years ago. It was February to July 2023. I feel like he has at least a chance to beat Tanaka. I don't think he will, but he'll feel like he has a chance, unlike Genki. So
yeah, but did the crowd even care? Like, sure, he's a Kyushu native. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, they didn't give a shit. No.
Yeah.
Not really. Like I said, a very light HAGO channel. Although I also think the show is very poorly mic'd. Probably.
Maybe.
So.
Yeah.
Then we had the Twin Gate title match. Jackie Kamoe and Rita defeating Dragon Dia and Marcus Mathers. It was Jackie pinning Dragon Dia in 13:51 with the Jackie knife to make their second successful defense since winning the belts back in November. So I don't know. I just thought this was kind of dull for a lot of it. We did get a pretty sick head scissors by Jackie on Marcus, where he just like drilled him head first into the mat as a tombstone reversal. That was sick, at least. What was not sick was Marcus saying, "I want this more. Oh, I want this more. I want this more." Like right after that, like, please take your overacting Shakespeare in the Park bullshit back to the U.S. Indies, bro. I don't want to see it in my Japanese wrestling. It was very bad.
That's why I'm surprised you liked the tombstone. I hated that spot because
really?
it felt so weird. It felt like it went from like 0 to 100, like, and it got like no heat, and then
at least it looked cool.
Okay, yeah, it looked cool, but then Rita was just kind of out for a bit. I don't know why they did that spot. It just felt weird.
No, I'm talking about the Jackie head scissor reversal of the tombstone.
Oh, okay.
Where he drilled.
I'm talking about
drilled Marcus.
Okay, I'm talking about the when he tombstoned Rita on the concrete outside.
No, that wasn't that cool.
Okay, yeah, fine. Yeah, that was dumb. All
right. But yeah, there was some. Just was a match where like it had some cool spots, but it just felt like there was no real connective tissue between all the top rope Rondas and shit. Like later on, when we get the DDT, we're going to talk about a spot-filled match that was awesome. And it's because those two guys were able to, like, they had good transitions. It flowed really well. This I just thought was all over the place. Like there would be a spot and then nothing, and then a spot and then nothing. And like, what you do in between the spots is the difference between a great spot fest and a mediocre one. And that's why this was a pretty mediocre spot fest. Not like a fun spot fest where I can't wait to see what happens next. It's like some stuff happens, then nothing, then some stuff, then nothing. But yeah, Jackie, he got the pin with his little flash pin after he rolled through another Rana. I was like 3 stars on this. It was fine, which again still makes it, I think, the second best match on the show.
Yeah.
But it wasn't anything special.
The
crowd did finally get into it by the end, though. I'll give him that.
Yeah, so I voted Jackie Rita best tag team in the world for the one ballot that I sent in for the Wrestling Observer newsletter. At least they made it into the top 10. I was kind of surprised by that. The only Dragongate merch I bought in Japan as well was a Jackie Kamai shirt, and I also voted for best high flyer. So I'm a huge like love and peace guy. I think they're like incapable of having a bad match. The start of this match I thought was super rough and not good at all. I was completely taken out by that tombstone spot and I don't think Marcus was good at all. But I got really into this match towards the end. There was like a sick reverse destroyer from Jackie, which that popped me. I did think Marcus had a good destroyer as well. Like they did it like onto Rita from the shoulders of Dragon Dia. That was kind of crazy. Jackie's springboard Super Frankenstein. I can't like not pop at these spots, I guess. And I thought the finish was super cool, like the counter Dragon Rana into the Jackie knife. So I really like the finish of this match, basically.
Then we had Saipatra and Team 2000X against Gaja Dokoro, the all-out war special 10-man tag. Ended up being a very basic 10-man tag. Shun Skywalker, Homare, El Cielo, Takashi Sugiura, and Masaki Tamiya defeated Big Boss Shimizu, Kota Minoura, Kai Ishin, and Yoshiki Kato. Only about 9 minutes. Wow, I would have thought it went much longer based on how long it felt.
Waste of time.
Shun pinned Shimizu in 9 minutes with a Hurricanrana. Did a bunch of brawling over ringside. That's probably, to be fair, I like the brawling over ringside. You know, for people who don't go to a lot of live wrestling shows, it is way more fun when you're there. I will say, because having just gone to Japan and been to a bunch of shows where they all, did my listeners know I just went to Japan? I never mentioned that. But having just been there and gone to a bunch of shows that had a bunch of crowd brawling, that is so much more exciting when you're there in person than it's on TV. Because, you know, they're literally like throwing bodies around in front of you. You're like, oh my God, these people, these giant men or these angry women are just fucking tossing people right in front of you. It is always exciting when you're there. And that's why they do it, of course, because that's their primary goal, is to entertain the people there. But when you're watching on TV, it's like, who cares? Just go back to the ring. Like, you know. So it's never going to hit the same when you're watching on TV. But even when they got back in the ring, it was just very boring. Just guys, Irish whipping other guys on each other. You know, the speed did pick up a bit, but just when things got even a little bit interesting, we started the heel miscommunication stuff with Shun and Sugiura accidentally booting each other. And then Shun just fucking cradles the dominant heel Shimizu, who's been killing everybody since he got back, for the pin anyway. What the fuck was this? So we had the heels and the other heels who are facing the third heels not get along, and that didn't have anything to do with the finish. They just went right to the finish, and Shun just cradled the other guy and won. Like, what? I don't understand what this was supposed to accomplish. I don't understand why we're supposed to care about any of it. And they like, the two fucking heel groups are fighting each other now. That they're setting up a 3-way group match at the Korakuen. But again, why should I care about Saipatra and Team 2000X not liking each other when they won the match anyway? Their miscommunications didn't even matter. They still won. Why should they even still be mad they booed each other in the face? You guys won the fucking match, so who cares? It was very, very strange booking. You know, this match was bad. I mean, it picked up a little at the end, but that just got to like 1.5 stars for me. Uninteresting most of the way. A weird finish that was kind of shitty. I have no idea what any of this booking is even supposed to accomplish. And now we're doing a stupid 3-way at Korakuen. Whoop-de-doo. Shun made his fucking moaning noise at the end of this match for so long. Like, I don't understand why he does. Like, is it just because he's not do it more than he did when he was like a quote unquote true heel leading the actual heel unit? Like, he does that annoying moan even longer now. And I just, like, I don't understand any of this. Like, why am I supposed to care about this? Why am I supposed to like Shun Skywalker? If I'm supposed to dislike him, why is he feuding with the heel unit in the promotion? Like, I don't, like, it's just so fucking weird. And the crowd just sat there dead silent. So the crowd has no idea how to react to any of this either. And, you know, Mike and Cage, I haven't listened to the new Open the Voice Gate yet, because it just came out today and I was so busy trying to get through. Maybe the reason why I didn't like a lot of this wrestling, because I watched a lot of it back to back trying to get through it all, because I got so busy with work and a doctor's appointment and like I said, cramming Japanese. But yeah, it's just like, they were talking about in the Slack though, like how like basically it feels like Shun is in his own like pocket universe. He's probably booking it himself. And if this is what Shun thinks is good, someone needs to tell him, buddy, this isn't good.
This feud's been going on for fucking ages.
Since July.
Since July when he got kicked out, yeah. And then he formed Saipatra. When was it? Like El Cielo joined in like, what, October or something?
I think September, October. I think it might have been September.
Yeah, I think it was around then. It was before King of Gate for sure. So yeah. It might be September, yeah. This is fucking crazy. There's been like no story progression since Saipatra was formed. So since El Cielo joined, that was the last thing to happen in this feud.
Yeah. I mean, El Cielo, they teased. I mean, everybody probably thinks it's they know who it is, like that rookie who had to retire really quickly. And they teased, and they teased that he, you know, like somebody saw him in his mask. Yeah. And we've never heard anything about it since.
He just keeps saying it. I think he said it on like the last Korakuen show or something. He just keeps saying it, but well, why are you saying it like 3 shows in a row? I don't know what they're waiting for.
It never goes anywhere. So now we're going to have a 3-way 6-man tag on March 3rd at the Korakuen. Shun Skywalker, Homori, El Cielo versus Takashi Sugiura, Masaki Kitamiya, and Tadasuke. Of all the members of Team 2000X, they bring in Tadasuke. And then Big Boss Shimizu, Ishin, and Yoshiki Kato and Gachidoko. I guess Tadasuke is not as bad as an option as Kai Fujimura.
Oh my fucking god!
But It's like they how the fuck do you bring in Team 2000X to try to heat up your promotion? You don't even get Ozawa, the only one that most people care about.
I think they're saving that on purpose for some reason. I don't know what, but because Shun and Ozawa were the ones that had the original partnership, right? Because Shun went to the Noah show on like Ozawa's behalf almost.
Shun went to Noah and with Ozawa in his corner, and now we never get Ozawa. We get Sugera, Kitamiya, and Tadasuke.
Yeah,
so weird. Like this show was a gigantic show, and didn't have Ozawa on it. It's like so fucking strange. So
and he was in
this
Fukuoka,
feud,
right? Because Noah had a show on the same day.
Yeah. So I don't know what the fuck. It's so bizarre to me. There's going to be a 3-match series between the two groups too on February 28th in Osaka, which is Skywalker, Homari, and El Cielo, Kikuta, Shimizu, and Kota Minora. Which the matches will be decided via lottery. Whoop-de-fucking-do. That'll be February 28th in Osaka. Yeah, I just who could possibly give a fuck about this feud anymore?
It's kind of amazing to make me not care about Shun. Because obviously that Yamato...
I know, I thought he was... I used to love him as a heel.
Yeah, and as a newer viewer, I love that Yamato match. Like, it was one of my favorite matches of the year, and that's when I bought into Shun. I was like, oh,
I went like 4.5. I think I went like 4.5 stars on it. It was awesome.
Yeah, this was like, oh, this is what everyone talks about when they talk about Shun Skywalker. I was like, oh shit, okay. And then I was like strapping in for a ride, and then I've got nothing since September. So
ever since then, he's just been straight downhill because the Kikuta match wasn't very good, where he lost the title. I'm trying to think, has he done anything interesting since then?
No, there's been nothing. There's been nothing.
Yeah. I can't think
the King of Gate tournament was kind of cool, but it was kind of gimmicky as well. Like he lost the Genki, right, in like 2 minutes, or like a minute or something.
Yeah,
that was fun, but it's not anything like majorly interesting.
It's just weird. They've killed this guy with this fucking turn.
Well, maybe he's killed himself, but yeah,
yeah, it's so bad. Then we had the only thing on this show that anyone should watch, which was the Over the Triangle Gate 3-way title match. Hyo, Benkei, Mochizuki Jr., KZ, Gucci, and Aki, and Yamato, Dragon Kid, and BB Hulk. First elimination was KZ pinning Hulk in 1540 with the Skyday Schoolboy. And then the second elimination was Aki pinning Benkei in 1930. So the Natural Vibes become the 98th champions, which I kind of figured something like that was going to happen just to put over the two new guys joining. And Love and Peace, they've only had the title since they won that tournament back on December 27th, but this was already their V3 attempt. So, like they kind of gave away. They were getting the defenses in so fast. I'm like, okay, they're going to lose these belts probably. Unfortunately, Aki is canceled because he had a Native American headdress here to go with his dinosaur scales. Oh, yeah. I'm like, sir, what are you doing? I was like, this man is a fashion disaster. But yeah, early on it was mostly just like uninteresting comedy, but thankfully it picked up and it became the kind of like mile a minute Dragongate 3-way 6-fan you're expecting going in. The only thing on the show that actually delivered even close to expectations. Just way less downtime between the spots than the Twin Gate match had. So, just very, very good match here. It was high energy. It probably got really good like 5 minutes in and stayed high energy for the entire rest of the match. So, and Aki, the way he pinned Benkei, where he gets that big spine buster out of nowhere when it looked like Benkei was about to spear him. It was a huge win for him over a former Dreamgate champion. So, definitely good for him. Besides, just needs to ditch the scales and the headdress. But yeah, 4 stars for this. The best match on the show by 10,000 miles.
I think Love and Peace are the best unit in the world, best in-ring unit in the world. They save every single card. Well, they didn't save this card, but they fucking tried.
I don't know if I can go that far because you have Neo Genesis.
Neo Genesis is a contender, yes, for sure.
Cosmic Angels. Trying to think who
I'll take Love and Peace over those though.
God's Eye, they're really good too. There's a lot. Stardom has a lot of great. Well, Stardom has a great roster in general. Trying to think of other promotions. DDT. Maybe that new the new D Generations unit they're putting together might take a run for it. Yeah. I don't know. That might be that those TMDK too. I could say in New Japan
compared to Love and Peace though.
Yeah, because you have Zach and Oiwa. Hartley Jackson's been awesome.
Yeah, you're comparing him to Jackie Kamai, Rita, like Junior.
I don't think I'm as high on Kamai or Rita as you are, so that's part of it. I love Mochi Jr. and I love Benkei. I mean, they're really good. They're really good. But I just think there's other contenders. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, fair enough. But
like these are definitely the best in-ring units, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I thought this match was excellent. I thought this match actually had like match of the year contender potential. Like that's on paper, and I don't think it quite lived up to that, but I still thought it was excellent. Aki looked lost at one point. Like he just kind of stopped the pin and then just stared around for a bit. So he's like definitely still finding his timings. You know, it's good to remember that he is a rookie. But you know, the finishing stretch with Benkei was fucking awesome, and I did pop big for that. So yeah, I thought this match was excellent.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't a flawless match. Is why I only ended up going 4 on it. But it was compared to the rest of the show. Like Jesus Christ, it was fucking awesome. The main event was not awesome. On the other hand, it was Madoka Kikuta defeating Yuki Yoshioka in 29 minutes for the rolling lariat to make his second successful defense. I don't know how he's only made 2 defenses. It feels like I've been watching this man with this fucking Dragongate for this.
Wait, there's no way.
Life at this point.
Is that?
Oh no, V4. Oh no, V4. I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Jay has this wrong.
I was about to say, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Jay had it wrong. Actually, it's his 4th defense. Okay. But yeah, this was Yuki Yoshioka's first title shot in a long time. So he lost the belt to Shun back in January 2023. He got a title shot against Kikuta in the Kobe World 2023 main event later that year, which I remember not being very good. Just like a lot of Kikuta's reign. And he had the long injury absence from December 23 to March 25, but they still kept him away from this belt deliberately for almost a full year after his return. And for a guy who I have not historically been into at all, I thought they did a really good job rebuilding him in the last year. I was pretty into him.
They did awesome.
Him coming in. Yeah, I was pretty into him coming into this show, and I was assuming he was going to win. I mean, it felt like this. Okay, big show, chance to crown your young guy that Tanahashi gave the fucking high fly flow to. I thought him winning this was like one of the bigger layups there is, and instead he fucking loses again to this boring, uninteresting lump of nothing that is Madoka Kikuta as a heel champion. And again, Kikuta's the opposite of Yoshioka, where before this title reign, I was pretty into him. I thought he was like one of the only great wrestlers in the Champion Carnival last year in All Japan. Yeah. And like I thought he had a really good Champion Carnival.
He did. And
he has just been nothing since winning this title. Like there's some combination of like, I think he had one defense that I was pretty good at, like thought was good. I think maybe the Gianni Valletta one was really good, but a lot of his other matches have been so fucking boring. And this one was even worse than most of his defenses have been so far. We had, I will say, I'll give one positive note. Both wrestlers here got a big match theme song intro. I love that shit. More promotions need to go back to doing that. We need more big match themes, big match/big show theme song intros. That's a thing Japanese wrestling used to do way more back in the day. But yeah, this was slow, completely heatless early on. Guy just started interfering very early. They grabbed Yoshioka's leg so Kikuta could attack. That did give us the first even kind of cool spot in the match, where he like tossed him hard in the turnbuckle pad and then gave him this really big wheelbarrow suplex. That did look good. But then things immediately slowed down again when Yoshioka ended up on the outside. It was just so slow and boring. Yoshioka eventually took a nice bump all the way to the floor, all the way over the top of the floor. Kikuta got a bunch of chairs off him into the ring and tried to powerbomb on them, but Yoshioka was able to backdrop his way out of that. He then hit a nice little tope con hilo, which was, a nice little tope was the most exciting thing to happen in this match at this point by a mile, which is bad considering it was already almost 15 minutes long. And when they got back in the ring, we did get the 15-minute call, and it did feel like more like 15 hours at that point. Again, they went almost another 15 minutes. So it's never a good sign when in all caps my notes just read, "Please end this match." So I'm clearly was not enjoying it. Just slow and boring and heatless. They finally do a few moves in a row that had the crowd making something resembling noise. So of course at that point we immediately got a ref bump, just to stop anything even resembling momentum. Both units ran in. The baby faces actually just started beating up Kikuta, which I thought was weird and made Yoshioka look even worse when he lost his match eventually. Ishin accidentally hit Kikuta with a metal sheet, so Yoshioka could tiger suplex him. And I was like, okay, they're giving Kikuta out, I guess, but then no, he just kicked out by the time the referee revived. Yoshioka hit the high fly attack, the crossbody, and then the high fly flow. But then Ishin just grabs the referee's arm between the ropes to stop him from counting 3. Even Jay on English commentary was like, come on, that's a DQ. Because that's ridiculous. Like, he didn't even, you can't even say he pulled, I hate the spot where they pull the ref out from behind the ref, but you can make the very laborious argument, the very, I think it's not a great argument. You can try to make it that technically when you pull the referee's leg from outside and the referee just hits the ground, he did not see who pulled him out. So he technically can't assume who it was and can't disqualify somebody. I think it's a kind of dumb argument, but you can make that argument. In this case, Ishin just grabbed his arm right in front of him. He knows exactly who grabbed his arm. So he should just, at that case, DQ Kikuta. I mean, it's a horrible spot. Really, really stupid spot in a match that's not no DQ. And then Yoshioka gets rained with a chair during all of this. Kikuta hits a running hip attack and then a power driver for a 2 count. All the bullshit did get the crowd to make something resembling noise finally, but it didn't improve the match quality or contribute anything interesting to me. We did get some nice lariats from Kikuta. Can always count him for that at least. But Yoshioka keeps kicking out. And then Kikuta hits his sit-out driver thing. And then another rolling lariat, which was actually way less impressive looking, the ones that Yoshioka just kicked out of. And that gets the pin. This fucking sucked. Endlessly long, mostly heatless. When they finally did get something interesting going, they turned like the lamest and dumbest heel interference spots going. Just a giant bad cliche of a match. Overly long, bad cliche of a match. 1 star, which is really just the 1 stars for the lariats and a couple other cool moves. But this was horrible. And I just have... The booking decision was even worse than the match quality because I have no idea. Like this title race is not working on any level. It's not drawing. The matches aren't good. It's not interesting. Why would you not just take the off-ramp here and give Yoshioka a shot as champion? It can't go any worse than this kick it to Reign. And I have no idea where we're going at this point. So, yeah, this was fucking horrible.
I think we need to bury the booking more than that because this wasn't just an off ramp for a bad Amado Kakuta reign, but it was literally the logical end to the 9-month storyline that they've been telling. So I started watching Dragon Gate just before Dead or Alive last year, so just before Kakuta turned on Yuki Yoshioka and actually caused him to shave his hair. This whole year was about the redemption arc. Okay. If I could, I would have bet my house on Yuki winning this match. It's probably the most insane result I've experienced in a long time. It was the whole fucking point of it. It's the reason for his existence the past year. He was the first victim of the Reiwa 6, of Kakuta's reign of terror, but he was going to build himself back up and end the reign of terror, right? The Tanahashi tag, like you mentioned, winning the Twin Gate in August, these were all just inflection points in his story to get his confidence back. And then he beats Kakuta in the King of Gate tournament, right? But then he needs to beat him for real in a title match. It's so fucking easy. A 6-year-old could have finished this story off and then do whatever you want with him after. You can take it off him in one defense. I don't care. But I don't know the reason why they just swerved me for the sake of swerving me. This was legitimately, I'm not just saying this, WWE type booking. It was absolute hell. It's not about fancy booking. This is the story the promotion told. And they just literally rug pulled me. I've been following this story because I got into the promotion when this story started. Makes no fucking sense. Nonsensical. What's the end game of this reign, by the way?
I thought it was to lose the belt to Yuki Yoshioka, so now I have no idea. Because he turns on him, like you say. So he turns on him in the cage and berates them for being failures after he originally
called out the Reiwa 6, goes after them.
I guess the answer is he's just right that the rest of the generation sucks.
So the only one he hasn't faced is fucking Kota Minoura. So is Kota Minoura beating Madoka? What are we doing here?
Kota Minoura. Can you imagine if that's the actual game of Kota Minoura face turn?
He's the only one.
Oh my god,
he beat up SMJ. He beat Ben K. He turned on Shun. Right, he's beaten Yuki Yoshioka now after getting his head shaved. It's just Kota Minoura now left. There you go. Good job.
Oh my god, this I don't even get it. Like,
Also, what's happening in the Champions Carnival now that is he just not losing?
Maybe he'll lose in the final. I don't know. Maybe Dragongate doesn't care to protect their belt.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Yeah. Everything is strange. Everything is very, very weird about this booking.
Also, we can safely say he is not the guy, right? Just to be clear.
Yeah.
Like, this is his second reign, and what is it? The second failed Dreamgate run? Like, he's just not going to be the guy. He just doesn't have it.
Yeah. Just a very, 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 very bad.
Yeah, the most I've enjoyed Kakusa has been in, like, tag matches, like multi-man tag matches. He was awesome again in the Osaka live show I saw with Yuki Yoshioka as well. They had some great exchanges. I don't know why in singles.
Yeah, there was like
they were awesome.
The Korakuen. I thought they had a good build up too, and it's like, the actual match just not only did not deliver, it was actively horrible. And this show was just really, really bad. I mean, like I said, there was one great match, which is the same as the Noah one. The Noah show had one great match, and I liked that match better. I thought Hiromu and
it was better.
It was better than the Triangle match. And the undercard was horrible, even worse than Noah undercard. And the main event was just as bad as the Ozawa Inamura main event, if not maybe even slightly worse.
It was way worse. Yeah,
it was way longer for sure,
and way worse booking as well.
Yeah, so just a wretched show, and hopefully for our sake, there's not another worse show than this one, because this was really bad. But it's not like I'm giving up on Dragongate. I'm gonna keep covering them. We're scheduled to talk about them on next week's show, me and Paul, and gonna watch those two shows and still talk about them. But they gotta change course here, whatever, because what they've been doing has not been working, and with between the horrible title reign and the horrible Dreamgate reign, and the absolutely bullshit fucking Sai Patra Gaja Dokuro feud, that's just you have no idea who to cheer for. So, let's go to a promotion that always cheers me up, All Japan Pro Wrestling, for their big show that also happened on Monday the 23rd. The Ota Ward Gym in front of 2,237 people, which is up slightly from last August 2020, which was their last show at Ota. That was headlined by the Rising Hayato versus Atsuki Aoyagi Junior Tournament Final. It was also up from the 2,098 that they drew on March 29th last year at the exact same June Saito versus Kento Miyahara main. So that's good, a decent little crowd. But yeah, this show, I mean, I didn't like this show that much. I watched this one I watched live before the Dragongate one, but like, it's the fucking, I don't know, it's like the show of the century compared to that fucking Dragongate show. I mean, there were like 3 early matches I really liked at least. So, it's definitely a show that felt a lot like a WCW 1997 pay-per-view or something, though, where like it peaked really early and was kind of all downhill from there. It opened with Ryuki Honda defeating Hokuto Omori and 828 with the final vent. That's a delayed powerbomb thing he does. So, first of all, good on Omori for being as cocky as ever with his clean breaks, even in the midst of his long losing streak. He is like, I will never change. I will never improve myself as a person. That is my promise to you, which I appreciate. But a long heat segment from Honda wasn't that interesting, but not that long, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. And they suddenly went right back to like trading Germans and strikes and just no selling back and forth, which is much more my speed. I was much more into that. And Hokuto was like wrestling as straight as we've seen him from him and Eons here, besides like the besides the stuff with the clean breaks of the little pose he does at the start, like I mentioned. But other than that, he was just going at him straight here. He was taking it to Honda, hitting some elbows, a very nice dragon suplex for a near fall. He missed a top rope splash that let Honda spear him for a 2 count and then hit a lariat for another 2 count. I'm glad that wasn't the finish because it wasn't that great of a lariat. But and then right after that, Honda finished him with the delayed powerbomb. So I thought this was mostly quite good, especially once it got going. But given the fact that it wasn't that long and it did have that boring period in the middle, I did go 3.5 on it. So good match, but not like blow away or anything. It did not clear up for me why the fuck Hokuto Omori is not in this carnival. I mean, I get the kayfabe reason that he loses all the time now, but like out of kayfabe, I would bet you this match ends up being better than a large percentage of Champion Carnival matches this year. So
I mean, why are they even doing that storyline though? Because
I don't
it's
know.
not going to lead to anything because they don't have a Sapporo tour coming up like anytime soon, a Hokkaido tour, and that's the only time they like trot him out for anything. And I think Honda is kind of like in a holding pattern as well. You know, he's gonna have a great Champions Carnival, but he's gonna end up not winning. He was my Champions Carnival MVP last year actually, but I'm just guessing he does nothing until Royal Road because you know he's failed in the final 3 times, but he's gonna do nothing until then either way as well. I thought this match was really good. I have been listening to your All Japan reviews from the previous few months, and I haven't hated All Japan as much as you have. I've liked parts of it. There are some parts I've definitely hated. Just before we get into the review, the parts I've definitely hated is Bad Havoc, which is Zion and Odyssey. That has really been off-putting. But I feel like everything else has been okay. The juniors I've really, really liked. But I agree with your assessment that the worst major men's promotion in Japan. So that's definitely true. But I guess I've just been a bit higher on the work. I think
no one's giving a run for the money.
Yeah, no is now. Yeah, exactly. But I think they just shit the bed on the bigger shows. But some of their house show stuff, like the Shinkiba shows, I've actually really enjoyed. So I just wanted to say, but yeah.
And yeah, I don't really watch that much of that stuff, so maybe that's why you like them more than I do. I just pretty much just watch the Korakuens and Big.
Yeah, that's fair enough. They have stunk,
yeah. Match number 2 was Atsuki Aoyagi, Rising Hayato, and Yuma Anzai, defeating Kengo Mashibo, Fuminori Abe, and Ryo Inoue. It was Anzai hitting the gimlet on Abe in 10-20. Not a lot to say about this one. It was a good, fast-paced action, an enjoyable 6-man. So another 3.5 stars as the show continued to start well at this point, at least. So,
yeah, I thought this was good as well. I'm really high on a lot of people in this match. So yeah. Ryzen Hayato has been like my low-key MVP of All Japan in 2025. So I feel like he didn't put in a bad performance on like any of the house shows that I watched him on. I was kind of hoping him or Inoue, Ryo Inoue, who's been getting a mini push recently. I thought they would get put in the chat. Well, I was hoping they'd get put in the Champions Carnival. I didn't think they would, but instead of the trash they threw in there, I would have preferred these two. But so that's why I like this match, because it was Ryo Inoue and Hayato working together, and I think they're fucking great. So also loved Yuma Anzai and Fuminori Abe working together as well. So good stuff. Oh, and backstage, I just wanted to mention, and Yuma Anzai mentioned Yuma Aoyage's suspension's ending soon, and that Yuma is like the only person that Anzai hasn't beaten before. So he wanted Yuma to come back at his biggest, baddest self, so he could feel some achievement by beating him for the first time. So Yuma Anzai calling out Aoyage,
who's not even going to be in Champion Carnival. So
yeah, exactly. So, but his suspension's come up soon, so he will be returning.
Match number 3. Oh, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Match number 3, the KR TV title. Kumarashi defeats Daisuke Sekimoto in 13:02 with a diving senton. So Sekimoto fails in his first defense, and Kumarashi becomes the 32nd champion. So yeah, it was starting out a little slow, but it was still a good little power match, and the crowd was really into it, which always helped. And, you know, they traded these Argentine... When they got to the spot where they traded the Argentine backbreakers, the torture racks back and forth, that was unique, and I thought that's where it really picked up. And from that point, it became a very good power match. And Kuma, you know, him getting the clean win surprised me. It made sense given what happened at the end of the show. But he just hits this enormous gut-wrench powerbomb, then the huge senton off the top, and that got him the pin. 3 3/4, and this ended up being like the start of a great show. That's what it felt like at the time. It could have been, you know. Yeah, I was like, okay, this is really, really like ramping up here. This is really good. A third match, we're already almost scraping 4 stars. As it turned out, it ended up being the highlight of the show, and it was all downhill from there, in my opinion. But yeah, this was still a really good match, and you know, definitely, I will say it made me feel a little better about Sekimoto in the Champion Carnival. Maybe he can stick at this level for the. Because I was pretty down on it last week. I was like, oh, he's too old and too beaten up, too broken down to do a Champion Carnival. Hopefully if he can at least deliver around this level of the whole thing, it won't be such a disaster. I'm just worried about his body, man, like holding up in that. I mean, he's had so many injuries.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he had that neck injury last year, right?
Yeah.
And then he had like a dislocated leg or something, like later in 2025. So yeah, but I thought this match was fucking good. I thought it was great. Like there was an uneasiness I sort of felt throughout the match because I thought one of them was going to get seriously injured because they were doing a bunch of dangerous shit. Like Sekimoto he did a tope suicida. A man that big should not be doing moves like that, especially after fucking up his neck. There was a sick brainbuster that Sekimoto did.
And he always tries so hard too.
Yeah. He did a jump in enziguri. I was like, what's going on here? The deadlift German suplex spot I thought was really sick because they tried it earlier and it almost went terribly wrong. I kind of feel like that was deliberate now because they did it again later and he literally flawlessly got Kumarashi up there and the crowd went nuts for that as well. So I thought that was the best spot of the match as well. So yeah, are you ready for the Kumarashi singles push?
Yeah, I think so. I like him. I wouldn't say it's like one of my favorites or anything, but I think he looked great here, so we'll see.
He's left Hokuto gone now. So they were going to have a singles match with Hokuto to confirm the split, and then Hokuto got sick, and then they just never had the match. So yeah, but he's
sounds like all Japan.
Yeah.
Match number 4: Rei Saito, Naruki Doi, Senor Saito, and Makoto Oishii defeating Goshi Ozaki, Shotaro Ashido, Zion, and Odyssey. Rei hit the Eyes Bean on Zion in 11:41. So this, of course, was Rei Saito's return match, his first match back since August 3rd. Makoto, who, like I mentioned on last week's episode, we were previewing the stuff we're going to talk about in this week's episode. He doesn't wrestle very much as a former DDT guy. He's definitely always been one of the wackier DDT guys. He's someone I enjoyed. And I liked him a lot here as an honorary Saito. Like he was wearing some kind of weird like goth skull and chain jumpsuit or something. And he was like laughing the whole time during the pre-match posing. I thought he was just very funny here as an honorary Saito family member. Odyssey was like charged around this match like a big dumb idiot. That helped bring the show's momentum to a halt. Just nothing interesting happening this match at that point. Just
I fucking hate Odyssey.
Oh my god, when he's he's like not a fun big man at all. And like just the match felt so awkward and clunky when he was in there. Rei ended up fighting all 4 Havoc members off himself and then pinned Zion after a powerbomb and his running eyes bind strike thing. You know, it wasn't horrible or anything, but it was definitely below average, like 2 1/4. And just whatever.
Odyssey's the main reason why this promotion feels like shit to watch for me. Sometimes he just never shuts the fuck up as well. I don't know if he learned that in NXT. He is talking 24/7 to the audience, to everyone, trying to talk the ladies up. Like, hey, lady, this one's for you. Just shut the fuck up and wrestle, please. No, actually, don't wrestle.
Yeah, just shut the fuck up and get off the TV screen.
Yeah.
Match number 5, the Zen Nichi Junior Tag Festival first round. Don Tamura and Hikaru Sato losing. Oh, no, they won, actually. Never mind. They defeated Kota Sekibura and Toshiyuki Sakuda. Hikaru beat Sakuda in 15:48 with a cross armbar. So Kota was wearing some weird giant plastic snake. My girlfriend would watch him come out, was like, is he naked under that? Like, no, he's very tiny shorts on. And she's like, oh, okay. And Sakuda was carrying a barbed wire board for some reason. So, I don't know. This match just felt like it would never end. I'm surprised it only went 16 minutes. It felt like 16 hours. We did finally get Tamura getting double suplex on the barbed wire board after a ref bump. That was pretty sick, especially given the tiny black tights he wears. But it didn't make up for how boring the rest of this match was. The crowd also barely gave a shit. So this was the first match after intermission. And I don't know if it sounded like they all took a bunch of sleeping pills during the intermission because they were so into the first 4 matches, even the 4th match that I didn't like at all, and they were fucking asleep for this entire match. I mean, all Japan crowds, I think, have a reputation for being marks for big dudes and not being into the juniors, even when they're good. So I guess when this match, really wasn't very good. It really didn't help them get back from the intermission hot. So yeah, the all Japan crowds don't even give a fuck about the juniors a lot of times, even when they're good. So it just didn't really help. Tamura hit a running Death Valley driver on Sakuda through the board, wrapped his arm in the wire and then sort of weakly lariated him with it, where he went to the outside to hold Sekifuda back, and Sato just put him in a cross arm breaker for the tap after all that bullshit. It's kind of a funny ending. Yeah, I just thought this still sucked though. 1 3/4 stars. I'm getting to do a large mix of negative star ratings on this episode, like because anything below 2 to me is bad, and this was bad. Or anything 2 and below, I should say.
I thought you were going to go even lower than that. Yeah. This
1 3/4 just for the barbed wire, basically.
Yeah, so I like Dan. I like Dan a lot. I like Hikaru Sato. I had no interest in this match though, because just random freelancers being brought in to lose in the first round of the tournament. And on top of that, like they were trying to make this match funny, but it wasn't. I hated the ref bump. specifically, he was dead for like 3 hours. It was literally, I felt like I was watching American TV. Like I just could. It ruined my immersion completely, and yeah, I was out of it after that.
Then we had the other first round match, which was Seki Yoshioka and Yuya Susumu defeating Musashi and Shota Kofuji. It was Seki Yoshioka hitting the Niten Ichiryu on Musashi in 15:52. So he beat him with his own move. But yeah, the crowd was a little more into this than the last one, but not by much at all. Still a lot of dead silence. We did get a nice little hot tag from Kofuji, which upped the pace. And I like the sequence Musashi and Yoshioka did, where they were doing the we know each other so well we can die each other's move sequence, since obviously they were former All Asia Tag Champions together. The crowd did get into that, so that was cool. And Yoshioka, pinned his former partner with his own move again, which was that sort of one-winged angel-esque thing he does. This did really pick up, and it finally got the crowd going after the boring start. So I'll go 3 1/4. Way better than the other junior tag tournament match, and I think this was the best thing on the entire second half of the show, unfortunately. But yeah.
Yeah, so spoiler, I like the semi-main more than this, but I mean, I thought this was good. They've been building this for quite a while, because obviously they lost as you mentioned, the All Asia Tag Team titles to Gajidokura on New Year's Eve. I think you were there live, right?
Yeah.
So they've literally been building it since that. They've been having arguments, they've been at press conferences, they've been arguing. So that helped the crowd get into this. But I feel like they're both really good. So Musashi and Yoshioka, they're really good workers that for some reason I just can't get into them. Like, it's like their matches have a ceiling for me, and it's hard to get into them more than like 3.5 stars or whatever, right? So yeah, I thought it was good, but nothing else.
Then we had the Titans of Terror, Ren Ayabe and Talos defeating Suwama, Hideki Suzuki. It was Ayabe pinning Hideki in 16:08 with the Death Roulette, which is that spinning Falcon Arrow. That basically the same exact thing Takeshi did, as I think.
Yeah, I think it is.
What Raging Fire. But yeah, so that's their second successful defense for the quote-unquote Titans of Terror. I thought this was just incredibly boring early. Had this like long test of strength for Talos and Suwama that probably took like 30 seconds in actual time, but it felt like 30 days. And it just felt like there was nothing going on in this match. Apologies to my guest last week, John Bibbins, who I know loves him some Talos, but I didn't understand what was interesting about this match at all. The crowd just wasn't that into it either. Finally, though, Suwama seemed to get actually pissed off with Ayabe or something, and like got in his face, and he was knocking him all the way in the corner and completely stopped selling for him, which was weird considering they were selling for the two giants a lot before that, but at least it was something exciting finally. But it did make Ren look pretty stupid, I thought. But the crowd did get into it, though, so the match then slowed down again for a long while when Talos got in there. But Suwama then finally dropped Ren on his head with a high angle backdrop suplex. That ruled. And Ren showed some decent fire for a change when he started fighting back against Hideki. And then he put him away at the Falcon Arrow not that long after. I don't know. It's kind of a tough one to rate. There was the cool stuff in this match was really cool. The boring stuff was really boring. So I went 2 3/4. It was just okay, I guess, overall. So
the boring stuff probably averaged out a bit higher for me. Like, I didn't find it as boring. So then the cool stuff made this match better for me. Hideki Suzuki just pisses me off. So there's so many times where I feel like he's uncooperative in the ring. I don't know if he actually is. Or maybe John Bivens would have better insight on this, because I'm not a worker. But there's like so many times I feel like he gets shoot annoyed at something and starts doing some weird shit. So I kind of wanted Ren to fucking destroy him. If Hideki's working me, then good job, brother. But I want him to get destroyed every time I watch him. So I was kind of popping hard when Ren Ayabe was like wailing on him with like a smile on his face. I like that. I thought this match was kind of one of those where you can't tell if everyone's on the same page. I kind of liked that messiness. I thought it was like messy in like a good, realistic way. I obviously still preferred the Sekimoto Arashi match much more, but this was actually my second favorite match of the night, so a bit different from you. Suwama roughing up Ren Ayabe got a huge reaction as well, and then you mentioned the nasty backdrop suplex, which I thought was awesome. So, yeah.
Then we had the next match, which was the triple. Oh, after this match, though, Rei Saito came out to challenge. So he and Jun will get their shot on March 15th at Korakuen. That kind of gave away the main event result, in my opinion, but I guess not necessarily, because Jun did hold both belts at one point, I think. But yeah, it's very this Jun Saito, I like him a lot more as a tag guy than a singles guy, that's for sure. So I wouldn't mind them winning these belts again. Main event, Triple Crown title. Kento Miyahara defeats Jun Saito in 27-32 with the shutdown German suplex to make his 5th successful title defense. But yeah, this was another slow, uninteresting start to this match. Jun is always like particularly boring and slow to me at doing what is apparently government mandated or something, the outside the ring brawl in every Kento title match, because like they never not do that. So, yeah, I don't know. It's like just very slow, very boring. Crowd was not even that into it for being the two biggest stars in the company. I hate these two as a pairing. They seem to bring out the worst, like overacting, over emoting, like slow melodrama out of each other. And even like a relatively cool spot, like an apron power driver from Kento, only comes after what feels like an endless, like overwrought, like groaning and straining to get there. So it's just didn't work for me at all, really. It did pick up, though. I will give them that. There was a second rope chokeslam from Jun. It probably sounded cooler than it looked, but at least it was something. And then Kento, he was doing a good job selling that he was completely dead. The crowd did chant for him at that point, so the crowd was getting into it. Jun hit a second chokeslam for a 2 count, and the entire closing stretch at that point was reasonably exciting. The crowd was with them. But like, I don't know, I just can't get past my own lack of interest in the very slow, like very overwrought match style. I went like 3 stars at the end. I thought it was fine.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That was
high. You're way lower on it, huh?
Yeah, this was a fucking drag.
Okay. All right. I was like, I didn't hate it as much as you then.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was better than the last Ota match, which I thought was not even this good. But yeah, just like this matchup doesn't do a lot for me. Again, I thought it was fine. I didn't hate it. I didn't. Maybe it's like it doesn't drag. Well, I watched this before the Dragon Gate show. It did not drag as much as the Dragon Gate main event for me. Not even close.
This
was a very similar. Very similar amount of time.
Same. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought they were just both as boring as each other. There was nothing that Jun did in this match that kind of made me buy into him winning or even buy his offense. So like, I just got so bored at Kento doing his selling routine against someone I didn't care about. Right? At least when Kento does his selling routine against, I don't know, someone different like Ryuka Honda or someone like that, I kind of get, or Yuma Anzai, right? I can get into that. But Jun Saito just dominating Kento is the most boring thing in the world to watch for me. He's just not a credible threat. He's not particularly dangerous. He's not powerful. So yeah, I'm not going to say like Jun Saito's bad, but he's 100% not for me. Like the start of the match with the slow-paced open, like toying around with the towels. I like that, Kento was doing that shtick on the house show as well, wiping the towel between his legs and stuff like that. That stuff's kind of entertaining, but yeah, just very boring, dragged a lot. Also, the choice of opponent here for Kento, like Jun lost the titles to Kento like 5 months ago. So that's after Jun having like a never-ending title reign. I don't know why they did this match again, especially because they're rerunning Kakuda in the Saito brothers' hometown on the 6th of June, right? So like, what are they going to do for that show? Are they not going to be in the Triple Crown match? Are they just going to have like a tag title match and maybe be in the main event? So yeah, they're not going to have Rei Saito win the Champions Carnival again, are they? Or they're going to have Jun win the Champions Carnival and then beat Kento again? I don't know what they're doing. So, well,
I guess to be fair, they don't exactly have that many options with this promotion, but
yeah.
Afterwards, speaking of not that many options, Kuma Arashi is the next
that was fucking insane to me. His singles push started like 3 weeks ago.
So he's challenging for March 20th in Hachioji. Obviously, that screams filler defense before the Champion Carnival. I think he has less than no shot of winning that match. I'm not like totally negative on it because I think he was good against Sekimoto, and
the match will be fun.
At least it's something different. But yeah, I mean, he has no chance in hell though. So, but yeah, overall, not a great show or anything. Just peaked very early. It just was kind of all downhill from there, and just it wasn't horrible. It was a mediocre show, maybe is the best way to put it.
Yep, really like the start of the show, and I did like the tag title match as well. So,
all right, let's talk about something we actually liked. Finally, I assume you like this too.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! I'm a DDT guy.
DDT Hybrid Performer 2026 Kaisei Takeshi 2nd anniversary, February 22nd from Korakuen Hall. No announced crowd number as usual, but it did advance. We know it was an advanced sellout because they stopped selling.
It was
tickets.
sold out. Yeah.
Before the show, they announced that Shunma Katsumata will finally be ready to wrestle again on March 22nd at Judgment, and his former Sana Kamina unit mate Mao will be his return opponent. So there you go. That match is happening.
I mean, that match is going to be awesome. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah. Sorry if I gross burped again, by the way. I don't know what the fuck I'm burping.
I didn't even hear it.
I haven't even eaten anything all day. I don't know what the fuck I'm burping.
You just gave the game away. I didn't even hear it.
Yeah. There you go. Then I guess I didn't. Then I guess I shouldn't have said anything because it wasn't audible. Match number 1: Jun Akiyama, Makoto Oishi, and Yukio Naya defeated Shinshiro Takagi, Tomomatsu Matsunaga, and Ryoma Tsukamoto. It was Naya pinning Matsunaga with the world's best backdrop in 9/11. Not a lot to this one, just kind of a standard opener. Always happy to see Makoto back in DDT. He was also on the All Japan show the next day, as we talked about. But yeah, this was 2 3/4. It was okay.
Yeah, so Oisha was just on this show because he has a connection to Kaisei Takechi because he helped train him like years ago for a TV show. Yeah, so it was Oishi and Yuki Ueno that helped Takeshi decide to become a pro wrestler. Basically, he revealed it in like a recent Shoe Pro interview like a week ago or whatever. And also, let's sign the human thumb, Ryoma Tsukamoto. He's away from the JTO universe, so let's get him in.
Yeah. Match number 2 was Chris Brooks, Harashima, Antonio Honda, and Hinata Kasai, the relatively new unit of Phantomos Dramatic. I can't pronounce Spanish, so
Phantoms, I think.
Phantoms Dramatic. Yeah. They defeated Toei, Toroashi, Kazuki Hirata, and Uni. It was Honda pinning Hirata with the diving fist drop in 9:41. I loved Uni and Toei's like incredibly casual dancing on the outside during Hirata's dance at the start before the match. Especially Uni, who was just like, you could see him out of the corner of the camera, he'd just be like, yeah, go. It was like, It was so fucking funny. So Awashi tags in Hirata at one point. He puts the glasses on, the music starts playing, and Awashi comes in, slaps in the face, and grabs his arm and forcibly tags out to Uni. They are my favorite married couple in all of wrestling. They are never, like, I know, as they just talked about in this week's Jumping Bomb Audio, apparently the Japanese comedy acts can be very repetitive. I don't care how often they repeat the same gags with these two. They can just do it. This is the best comedy duo in wrestling history. They can just do the same shit forever, as far as I'm concerned. Honda pinned Hirata with a diving fist drop after everyone danced to Tokyo Go while punching him together. That was quite funny. But yeah, typical enjoyable DDT match 2 stuff here. Just good comedy.
Yeah, I got a few on this one. Well, there's just one small tidbit for those that care, which is like maybe one person. Because I had a meet and greet with Chris Brooks. I went to 2.99 bar in Osaka, and basically, wrestlers are very good at taking drinks and not getting drunk. Chris Brooks just kept on downing all of the drinks that the fans bought for him. Harashima got wasted in like a few drinks, and he just never made his way around the tables. But anyway, Chris Brooks said that he doesn't do the elastic ribbon anymore in his new unit because he's just trying to do something a bit different. And Antonio Honda's been like a mega babyface on the house shows in like main event positions, and it's been super fun. So I'm very much enjoying this new unit. And the other thing was, I'm really surprised they did not give Toy more on this show. So Toy is like one of the younger talents that DDT is pushing very strongly. And you'd think a sold-out show with a lot of Kaisei Takechi fans would be perfect opportunities to put him in highlight spot. So that just stood out to me as something a bit weird, that it like bucked the recent trend for Toy. So
yeah, it was cool. Toy they announced his next Extreme title defense, right? I think.
Yeah, it's happening on the 28th against Yuki Ishida. I think, what was the rules? Oh, it was like soccer sumo rules. I have it.
Soccer sumo. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So we'll see what that means, I guess. Yeah, love Toy.
Yeah, I think the rules are, I've got it here actually. So the rules set to be soccer versus sumo. The match will be played under the Itachi mixed martial arts rules. In addition to the usual pro wrestling rules, only soccer and sumo-related items will be permitted as officially recognized weapons. Okay, so soccer and sumo-related weapons.
Match number 3 was Shinya Aoki and Junta Miyawaki defeating Yuya Kuroku and Rukia when Miyawaki pinned Rukia with the Sunshine Clutch in 10:32. So yeah, I hadn't seen a DDT in a bit. I don't think I've watched anything since the show I went to on the 3rd, actually. So I did not know about Rukia's blue and blonde hair now. Oh no, wait! I watched at least one show after that because I think we covered one on this episode on this podcast. But I guess he didn't. Yeah, I think there was like a later January Korakuen that we covered. So maybe that was the last show I saw, and I guess he didn't have the hair yet. Yeah. But yeah, the blue and blonde hair makes him look really different. Like he doesn't even look like the same person to me. It's very like
good or bad.
I think good because I don't remember. I don't think his. I don't think they. Had like a. Like I'm trying to think what the word is. I don't think he had like a unique look at all before this, and now I think he stands out more. So I think it's good. Yeah, so this was a little boring early. It did really pick up later though. They got a big dive from Shinya Aoki, which is he's always one of the funnier wrestlers when he does a dive. But yeah, there was this was pretty good, and Juta ended up using the Aoki clutch to get the pin, which is always a great finish. 3 1/4. I enjoyed it.
I really liked Junto Miyawaki playing the mean vet bully because I don't think I've ever seen that before, so that was very interesting for me. I thought he was great in this match, and I also think the switch from Noah has really worked for Junta. So yeah, mean boy Junta, aggressive Rukia. So I like this match.
Yeah. Then we had the next. Well, Rukia first of all got in Junta's face. I lost track of where I was. I'm sorry. He started beating on him in the corner too before the two of them were separated. So Rukia getting all fired up. We'll see. Maybe he can be. I feel like he's probably the weakest link of the current.
Oh, for sure, by
rookie
far.
Class. Yeah. So I don't think that's a hot take even. I mean, but like,
well, if we're not including Hinata, because he's like,
because Hinata's still too young to judge. So, So maybe between the look change and getting fired up after here, maybe he can get something going finally.
And he's had some good performances in the D-Gens Cup. So this is like the start of something.
Yeah, I got to go back and watch some of that. I haven't had any time to watch it. So
That's so good.
I heard it was really good. After this match, Shinshiro Takagi brought out a new wrestler, Masami Inahara, who is the former Thunder Masami and JTO. So he certainly has that matinee idol look the DDT wants nowadays. So that makes no mistake.
Oh, yeah. They got a lot of girlies there, please.
Yeah. Which you didn't go to the DDT shows. You didn't see that in person.
No, I'm going to go to one.
They have the collection of fans where they would not look out of place like in a fucking like Shinjuku, like I don't know, like a host bar or something. Like it looks like the same demographic, which is I'm not insulting it. That's a great demographic for a wrestling promotion to have because they have money to. If you can see the bags they carry and stuff, they probably have money, disposable income to spend, and they're spending it on you now. So that's pretty good.
I mean, we'll talk about it on the main event. I mean,
yeah, they have this young woman demographic like locked in. So the office lady demographic, if you want so to say. So they have free time and they have money to spend. So that's what you want. But yeah, he has the look that appeals to that crowd. And he's impressed me when I've seen him in DDT. I think he was the one
JTO,
on JTO. Thank you. I think he was the one on the Takataichi show last year where I was like, how has nobody signed this guy? Because he has such a great look, and he has, he's not really that small. I think he's like 5'11", which is definitely Japanese heavyweight height, especially nowadays. And he has a good look to him. So, and he looked pretty, and like besides his look, I mean, he looked like he could handle himself in the ring too. So yeah, DDT, they were the ones who won this derby and they got him. And I don't think they're going to regret it. So that's he's a little less experienced than the former Fire Katsumi, who of course went to Noah at the start of the year. But he only started July 2024 versus March 2021 for Fire Katsumi. But on the other hand, he's only 20 years old compared to 25 for Katsumi. So I think DDT got a good one here.
So you think he's better than Katsumi? Because I've seen Katsumi.
I think Katsumi in ring is better. Oh, okay. But like I just said, though, he has more. First of all, he's had more experience, like by 3 years. 3 years more experience. And second of all, I think Masami has a better look. I mean, he's certainly a little. I think Katsumi is like an inch bigger, an inch taller, but he's not as thick. And Masami also just has like that idol look even more than Katsumi does. So I think of the two, I'd rather have him, honestly. And he's younger, so he has more room to grow too. So.
Well, he said one of his reasons for joining was because of the young guys in DDT. Like, they're getting a reputation for being the promotion with the best young talent in the world, because that's exactly what they are as well. Maybe with Stardom as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's like male DDT, female Stardom, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
So, match number 4 was the Harimau? I don't know how to pronounce it. Harimau. Naomi Yoshimura, Ryota Nakatsu, and Yuki Yoshida defeating Daisuke Sasaki, Hideki Ogatani, and Illusion from Damnation. Yoshimura pinned Illusion with the Harai Goshi in 10:56. I thought this was kind of just there. Didn't really hold my attention that much. It was all right, like 2 3/4.
Yeah, I just watched this match thinking, what are they going to do with Okatani? Because he just gets completely outshone by Illusion in the same unit. Okatani's like an afterthought, not just the DDT, but to me as well as a viewer. And I've loved some of his matches against the other D-Gens guys, but Illusion is just so much more charismatic and entertaining. So we'll see what they do, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Okatani always looks like someone who should be a bigger deal, and then I don't know, he just never connects or something. So it's weird.
He's done nothing since the King of DDT semi-final, which he was great in. So I don't know. Maybe he gets another King of DDT run, and maybe he beats Takechi in the final. I mean, sorry, loses to Takechi in the final. We'll see.
Match number 5 was Mao Cannon and Viento Malino. Is Milano?
Viento Maligno.
Viento Malingo. Thank you. They defeated Dan Shogodino and Super Sasango Machine and Akito, when Viento pinned Akito with the Driver Molino in 10:37. So yeah, everyone seems to think Viento is the former Keigo Nakamura.
Not think.
Where is that confirmed? I don't know.
Oh, okay, I mean, it's not confirmed. It's very, very obvious.
Okay. So they were joking about it backstage too.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Basically confirmation.
Yeah.
The cage match already linked it to his bio. So
yeah.
But yeah, he was last seen in DDT in April 2025 before he went off to Mexico on an excursion. They don't have any matches listed for him on Cage Match since September. So I don't know if he was wrestling in such deep indies over there.
Oh, he was doing the real deep fucking shindies in Mexico.
Okay. So there you go.
I don't know what the point of the excursion was, to be honest.
For him to disappear so he can come back under mask, I guess.
Yeah.
Dino went over the announce table to try to hit on the very attractive male idol, Ricky Matsui, who was on commentary. So he's from the same Exile Tribe group as Takeshi, except the Ballistic Boys with a Z subgroup, rather than the Rampage subgroup like Takeshi. But yeah, that was very funny. He tells you like to put your hand up to get the kiss, right? As I did to get the kiss on January 3rd, which was still one of the greatest moments of my life.
He ignored me 2 shows in a row.
I'm sorry, buddy. You got to get on my level to get Dino. He's ignored me multiple times too, so I don't know why this was the night where he was like, you know what? I'm ready to kiss John. It's because of all my weight loss.
He gunned straight for you.
Yeah. Because all my weight loss lately, he was like, finally, this weeb is worthy of being kissed. But he basically tried to put his own hand up. Like he grabbed his hand and put it up for him, which I thought was really funny. He went in for the kiss, but Akito started dragging him away. But then Ricky grabs his hand and gives him a little kiss on the hand. And the fangirls in the crowd went so fucking crazy for this hand kiss. Like, that was so fucking funny. They were like, ah! It was like, they loved the hand kiss. And Dino was saying that like he almost passed out, basically, which was also very funny. Interestingly, when the match started, Viento did not sell at all for the Dino penis grab thing. Dino was like, I recognize this penis, which I thought was so funny. But yes, Viento, I don't know. He feels like he has some kinks to work through, though. Like his lucha looked a bit awkward, and it didn't help that his mask with the weird built-in do-rag, it just like kept like fluttering into his face. He had to keep moving it back during the actual match. I'm like, do you not practice working this thing, buddy? Because it was very weird. But yeah, at one point, Sasadango, so Dino has his ass out in the corner as usual, and Sasadango looks at Viento and says, in English for some reason, we're like, isn't he supposed to be a luchador? But he says in English, he's like, this is Japanese style, which was funny. He was about to send him headfirst in Dino's ass. Viento reverses it and puts his ass in his face, but Dango no-sells it. And he's like, I am masked. And he said that in English. So Viento just pulls his mask off and shoves him back in his ass again. Very funny. But yeah, other than that, though, I didn't think there was anything special. Again, partly because it was kind of awkward with the Viento had some kinks to work out here. But yeah, match was all right. 2 3/4.
Yeah, I thought it was a rough outing for Viento. Like the mask adjustment, like you said, and then his first ever lockup under this gimmick in a DDT ring is with Danshoku Dina. I don't know why they chose these particular opponents for Viento. Like, I don't know why they don't just put him like against, I don't know, like like Korakeun or Uni even, like just.
I guess because they're setting up a tag title match. He's teaming with the champions, but yeah, not a good start for him really.
No, it wasn't. Does Penta have like a similar mask with like the durag at the top? I think it feels like a Penta type mask, but Penta doesn't have this problem, so maybe cut off the cloth.
They gotta adjust it, I guess.
Yes, but
anyway. After the match, though, I had one of the funniest moments of the entire show where Dino is like, oh, so you were just here to show off your new member, and we're just playthings? We live in the ring, us wrestlers. And then Sasadango says, Oi, cyber agents, us wrestlers, we're not social game gotcha or card games. And Mao is like, that's true, so des. And like, I was fucking cracking up because like, people who don't get the joke, Yoda Tsuji at the end of New Beginning in Osaka last week, like called out Bushiroad very seriously and said wrestlers are not gotcha and card games. Not just fodder for gotcha or card games, basically, which was very controversial and it got him in a lot of trouble apparently with Bushiroad backstage. And yeah, this was something. The parody was that what? Sorry.
The punchline, because
they decided they wanted to become.
Yeah, gotcha. Exactly.
Yeah. Like the crowd was fucking dying, so the crowd got the joke.
Yeah, he started off being really serious about, hey, we're not gacha games and card games, and then there was like a pause. He was like, please make us gacha games and card games. It was fucking perfect delivery.
Oh my god, it was so funny. I'm glad we had the English account to translate it for everybody. Very helpful.
Thank you, Jamie.
Well, no, not Jamie. Jamie does a great job too, but this was the official English.
Yeah, but the official one missed that punchline.
Oh, you're right. Jamie got the
punchline in.
Yeah. Thank you, Jamie. But yeah. So at this point, they had the crowd dying, and the end result was they're getting a tag title shot on March 11th at Shinjuku Face. So they're gonna try to win these tag titles and try to convince Cyber Agent to make them into card games. So that's. Very typical funny DDT stuff. I don't think they're winning either, no. But yeah, at this point, you're probably wondering from a match quality standpoint, especially what's so special about this show. Well, here's what's special about this show. The D-Generations Cup 2026 final. Kazuma Sumi defeating Takeshi Masada with a schoolboy in 1708. This match was fucking batshit crazy. Just an amazing fucking match.
It was sick.
And basically, when I looked up, because I never look at the cage match ratings until, because first of all, I wasn't spoiled, so that's good. But I try and never look at the cage match ratings until after I gave a match my own rating, because I don't want to spoil myself. They only gave this like a 7.53. Like, what the fuck are they talking about?
You just have to ignore cage match for DDT. They don't rate correctly.
Like, this match was like a crazy spot fest. Again, the good kind of crazy spot fest where like they're just doing everything so smoothly. Everything has connective tissue, and they're just doing 17 minutes of the craziest spots we've ever seen. And in front of a sold out Korakuen that's going completely crazy for the entire time. Like, what else could you possibly want out of a wrestling match? Masada caught Sumi in midair early on, trying to dive the outside, slams him from the front suplex position, chest first into the apron. That rolled. Sumi is just doing all this truly insane flipping and flying. I can barely even keep track of it enough to write any of it down to recap it for you, my wonderful listeners. He somehow landed on his feet on a dive to the floor, bounced right up perfectly into an acai moonsault, and that wasn't even the entire sequence. That was like the end of the sequence.
Oh boy!
It was so awesome. Sumi was just like landing on his feet no matter what, over and over again. At one point, just before the 10-minute call, Masada like sent him flying with a German suplex attempt. He went fucking soaring in the air, and he still landed on his feet and still leapt right into the next spot. Sumi, the absolute spot of the match, though. So Masada has him set up for a wheelbarrow suplex, and Sumi flips around in midair, like at the top of his body, and turns it into a fucking Canadian destroyer in like perfect motion. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. That
into
was like,
a schoolboy after that.
Yeah,
like
into a schoolboy after that.
I mean, this is probably going to be my spot of the year. I mean, it would be very difficult for something to beat that. I jumped out of my chair.
Yeah, just insane shit. There were a couple spots that maybe could have looked a bit smoother, but that's nitpicking. I mean, Sumi reverses Masada one last time with a perfect schoolboy. That got the pin. I'm glad I wasn't spoiled on it because I was so happy when Sumi won because he's such a little dude. He's my little dude. And the crowd exploded when he won this match. I was in Korakuen on January 3rd. I feel like that's this podcast motto as I was there, quote unquote. But I got to see just how much these women love this little man. And they were screaming their heads off for Sumi. And, I think it's even more obvious in person. I feel like it comes across on TV too. But when you're there in person, see it in person, it's even better. And, this crowd of screaming women was so happy when this little man won this match. I don't know what else you could want. 4.5 stars. Amazing match. 4th place for my match of the year so far this year. If you watch anything on this episode, it has to be this match because this match was fucking incredible. With all the bad wrestling we watched this week, at least we got one amazing match.
Yeah, people need to get over the DDT heebie-jeebies about the comedy and the arse gimmick. Just get over it and just watch. This is like just a fucking insane match. I don't know when the last time we've reviewed DDT is, but I've been calling Kazuma Sumi the best mid-carder in the world, like the most over mid-carder in the world, because he is so over. The crowd always love him. He's my favorite young wrestler in DDT, like him and Masada. And I just thought this was his best performance, actually. His best ever performance. And I've loved a lot of his performances.
He's the second 4.5 star match of his I have already, because he was the highlight performer of the 6-man tag match.
Exactly, And he was insane in that match as well. He was even better here, which is crazy to say. And I've also seen him do this a few times in just random house shows. Like I remember him in a 6-man tag match last year. I don't know if it was in Nagoya or whatever. So he just has the ability to do this again and again. I was so I thought for sure Masada was winning this. I can't believe they actually put Sumi over. I have not been this happy in fucking ages. Did you mention like the Canadian hammer, by the way, from Masada, which I thought was insane? Like he just caught Sumi mid-air into a Canadian hammer, into a fucking penalty kick. There were so many spots. You said it right. There's too many spots to go over in this match. Just an insane match, I guess. This will end up in my top 10 probably. And it was definitely the DDT match of the year. It's not even close for me. I really liked that 6-man on the 3rd January, but I thought this was just a level higher for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'd give them the same rating, but this was better.
Yeah.
So afterwards, Sumi got the trophy, and then Daisuke Sasaki beat him up, and that sets up a Universal title match at Judgment next month. Please let Sumi win. Please let Sumi win, for the love of God. I don't think he will, but please.
I don't think he's winning, but I've really resigned to the fact I don't think he's winning. I don't even think he needs a title. He's literally one of the most over people on the roster, and he's done so well whenever he's in a super elevated spot. The one other thing about this match, by the way, is like Masada being a bully, by the way. Just like being a dickhead. Like he does a springboard and then he like lands in front of Kazuma Sumi and just like boots him in the face. And Sumi's a really good underdog babyface. So the fact that they worked the match like this, I feel like was deliberate because it made me question the result when before I thought it was like Masada winning for sure. So I thought the way they laid it out also was great, not just it being a spot fest.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, just watch. If you get nothing else out of this episode, watch this match. Like you have to watch this match. Like the people, again, I feel like there's a theme on this show for a while. But like you said about the people who are DDT refuseniks, the Joshi refuseniks, you're not watching a lot of the best wrestling coming out of Japan if you're not watching DDT or Joshi. Like I don't know what else to tell you at this point.
Oh, 100%.
But you're missing a lot of the best wrestling. So that's your choice to be missing it, I guess. I mean, it's not even a huge time commitment because you could just do the Korakuens and the big shows, and it's like one or two shows a month. I mean,
literally, you can just watch on VOD and skip all the comedy stuff if you want, and just watch the young guys. You can actually consume DDT like that, and it will feel like the best promotion in the world. I promise you.
Although I love DDT comedy, so but
I do as well. Yeah,
yeah. Then we had the main event, which was the Kaisei Takeshi second anniversary match. Yuki Ueno, the champion, beating him in a non-title match with the WR in 2050. The women were screaming Kaisei so fucking loud as they went up into the crowd. Like, I was like, oh my God.
We can't put it into words. We can't put it into words.
It was so loud on TV. Can you imagine if you were there?
Yeah. You need to see it to believe it. It was crazy.
Yeah. They went up in the oranges. Kaisei hit this nice crossbody off of one of those Korakuen stairwell things I never know what to call. It's not really, it's like a banister? I don't know. But that earned him a chant from men and women alike. I think it was some men who started the chant, actually. The problem with this match was maybe just for me, it had trouble following the absolute insanity of the last match. Not for the live crowd. They were super into it, but just for me, maybe. And I did think Takeshi's like last stand thing with the slow forearm looked pretty goddamn fake and goofy. So I took points off for that. I get what they were going for, but I thought he executed it badly. Like, he didn't do a good job selling that he was actually exhausted or beaten up there at all, in my opinion, anyway. I mean, it was good. I went 3.5 on it, but it didn't blow me away like the last match did. And like I said, maybe just had trouble following that match. I don't know.
Yeah, so I was way higher on this because the crowd kind of carried me in this match. I thought it was so insane how loud they were getting for like basic moves, and that shit pops me. So like all of the struggle spots that UNO like was putting them in like submission moves, I thought those struggle spots were really, really smart because they had like the crowd in like the palm of their hand, right? Like, you've never heard so many fucking shrieks for submission holds and like fighting over a vertical suplex. There was also a crowd pop for a Boston Crab. I mean, what the fuck was happening in this match? So I loved the match just from that, I guess, novelty aspect and how over Takeshi was. And I like that they planned the match around that, knowing how into it the crowd would be. So I thought that was smart, at least.
So after the match, we got the Takeshi announced he's emptied his schedule. So unlike last year, he can be in the King of DDT tournament. He also said he's going to be in the Summer Ryogoku, I think, which I didn't know they were doing a Summer Ryogoku.
That's Peter
cool.
Pan. Yeah.
Well, Peter Pan last year was just a 2-day thing that wasn't Ryogoku.
Yeah, no,
it was like
Korakeun
and Machida Gems. I didn't know they had announced they're doing it at Ryogoku again this year. So that's cool. There'll be 2 Ryogokus this year. It'll be up from 1 last year.
Yeah,
so that's cool. But yeah, they overall though another fun DDT Korakuen, outstanding semi-main. But the whole show was, even the stuff that like the quote unquote bad stuff was like stuff that was just okay.
Yeah,
the comedy,
it was normal DDT stuff.
Yeah, the comedy was funny. The main event was still good, even if it didn't deliver quite as much for me as it did for you. And the semi-main was out of this world. So definitely the best. I think the best show we're going to talk about in here because there's a couple shows that were pretty good, but this was definitely the best one.
Well, I mean, you didn't mention that the fact that he announced that he'll be at that show kind of gives it away. I feel like he's just winning King of DDT and then winning the title at Peter Pan.
Probably.
I think they just gave it away, which was, I guess, was interesting for them to announce.
Yeah. Well, they're like, buy your tickets now, fangirls.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So coming up for DDT, they have a show in Yokohama on the 28th. So just a few days from now. That has the Extreme title match we talked about earlier. Pretty much the only notable match on that one. The March 11th show in Shinjuku Face has the tag title match we talked about. And then the big show next month is Judgment, March 22nd, 29th anniversary, 5-hour special.
So stacked.
It has so we have 4 matches announced so far, which was Shuma Katsumata, I should say, versus Mao in his return match. We forgot to note that they announced that Kazuki Hirata is going to have the actual DJ behind Tokyo Go perform his song live for his entrance on the show, which is so fucking funny. And then they put that graphic up and they show him behind Hirata, and Hirata's like, because Hirata's facing Konosuke Takeshi on this show, the dramatic dream match, and Hirata's like, that looks just like Don Callis. I thought it was so funny. I mean, that so obviously because Takeshi is somehow still being managed by Don Callis despite being turned on by Okada like 10,000 times or whatever.
Hey, Booker of the Year.
Booker of the Year. Why did he win that award? And
Because people don't watch Stardom.
People got so mad at me for saying he shouldn't have been Booker of the Year last year. I was just like, I don't know. I just think he's...
So on our podcast, we did awards at the end of the year, and we almost unanimously put him as worst Booker of the Year, even like under Triple H.
I'm like, because it's like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't even pay as much attention as some people, but it's like, I don't know how you couldn't at least give him, like, even if you don't want to give him worst Booker, the whole Hangman Page thing, where he wins the title finally, loses it in a fucking... was with fucking I was with them all along heel turn, and then the heel loses to another heel the next month. I'm just like, that's pretty horrible booking.
Yeah, we watch AEW as well, and like he just had some really terrible booking. He was just the default because WWE was so dog shit that people couldn't even like pretend to vote WWE. So they had to give it to the only other promotion that they know of.
See, I thought Tim stopped watching.
Yeah, because of the bad booking.
That's true.
Like, at Full Gear, Tim stopped watching.
So Tim is with me in a Refusic. I guess did you still watch it or no?
So I stopped watching when MJF came back in Manchester and then cut that P. Diddy promo. I have started slowly watching again because that Kenny Swerve match brought me back in.
Okay. I'm completely out on them. So
yeah,
I might watch Revolution, but I don't know. I'm not even gonna commit to that.
MJF in a Hangman in the Texas Death Match for Hangman's Cody storyline.
Yeah, which, oh boy, that was another thing people got mad at me for saying was stupid, because you pretty much can't say anything on Twitter, on social media, in AEW is stupid without getting death threats or something, or being told to kill yourself. But yeah, the AEW fans are lovely people, so definitely makes you want to like them that much more. Being told to kill myself because I didn't like an AEW storyline. Anyway.
How do people have time to do that?
I don't know.
Just do anything else with your life.
I mean, all I did was say that the story that him offering to fucking like never get a shot at the world title against anyone ever is kind of extreme just to get a match stipulation he wanted, which I think it was. I mean, I could understand if it was the only way to get a title match. I could also, but he already had the title match, and I could also understand it if he had said, "I'll never challenge you, MJF, for champion."
That's what I thought he was going to do.
Yeah. Which that would have made sense. It doesn't have to be this reign; it could be ever. That's fine. But saying I will never challenge for the world title, I mean, I think it's a horrible gimmick anyway, because it leaves you basically feeling like, why is this person even in the promotion? But like, which is how it left Cody. Because imagine if this was real. You would have a baseball season where like the Toronto Blue Jays, because of what happened last year, can't win the World Series. Then why am I watching? Like, why watch them play? It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, and I saw this from James on One Nation Radio on Social Suplex Network, but it's even worse because Hangman has lost a Texas Death Match before, right? So he's not unbeaten in it, and he has beaten MJF in quote-unquote normal matches twice.
Yeah.
So why is he staking everything for a match stipulation that he's lost before, as opposed to just having a normal match and winning again?
I didn't even know that part. I wish I could have had that in my back pocket.
Yeah, no, a bunch
of people were defending it to me in some places. Just I don't know, but whatever. So I was originally thinking maybe I'll watch Revolution, but now, first of all, now they hear Kenny's not even going to be there, and second of all, it seems to be all rematches. I'm just I don't even think I'm going to watch it.
No, I don't blame you.
Anyway, so I don't know how we got on that. Oh yeah, because Takeshita. So Takeshi was here at Dramatic Dream match. Daisuke Sasaki versus Kazuma Masumi for the Universal title, and Yuki Ueno versus Kanon for the Openweight title, which does feel a little like, why is this here? But I don't know. Doesn't feel kind of random.
The Kanon match, that's just a filler defense. I mean, Ueno needs to do stuff until he drops to Takeshi in the summer. So
they've already announced too that some upcoming Korakuens will be defended. So they'll have the title defenses. We just don't know who. So the tag title match will be April 5th at the Korakuen, and the Extreme and Openweight will both be April 15th at Korakuen. So it's interesting they announced that already. I guess to try to let people know so they could buy tickets or, I
didn't actually know they announced the Openweight. Okay, that kind of makes sense.
There you go. There's your DDT talk. Definitely
best men's promotion in Japan
by a mile. I mean, New Japan's been pretty good, but
DDT is another fucking level.
DDT's still better. I agree. Let's go to Stardom next. So now I have all women's shows to talk about, which you'd think would mean we're done talking about the bad stuff, but it doesn't, as we'll get to. There's at least one more bad show to come. First of all, though, we have 2 Stardom shows. The 2 Stardom shows we're going to talk about are the February 20th show from the Uka Arena. Of course, that is from Saori hometown in Otsu and Shiga. So this did a full house of 1,083 people. But yeah, these 2 shows, this and the Osaka the next day, not really much of a step up from a normal house show. So kind of ones we can probably get through pretty quick. But that's the Stardom to talk about this week. So that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, I don't think it was a sellout because it's like a huge basketball arena.
Yeah, I said one. Yep. They said full house. I don't know.
Did they? That's fucking crazy. I think it has like a capacity of like 5K. Okay.
Well, they're calling it full house. What do you want me to tell you?
Okay, yeah. Well,
that's what's on the Stardom site. Because I did see empty seats on the top part too.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they have that like graduate system where it's like full house, super no vacancy.
Oh, I see.
And super no vacancy, full house.
So they sell the floor and then they're like full house. Okay.
I guess so.
Yeah.
So we have. I mean, just what listed on the website. So
yeah, no.
Akira Kurogane and Kikyo Furusawa in the opener defeated Fuwa-chan and Ane Kanaya. Fuwa teaming up with the rookies she just beat for her first direct win last week at Korakeun. It's a little weird, I guess, but what are you going to do? Fuwa did seem like... Yeah. Oh, they are good friends. Yeah. Fuwa seemed extra energetic here for some reason coming out, maybe because she's teaming with a friend. Ane seemed exactly as energetic as she always does, which is to say a lot. But yeah, fun little like young girl opener here with everybody working hard. Ane came close to her first direct win when she had Akira in the middle with a single leg crab and even pulled her back in. But Kikyo was able to finally make the save. She nearly cradled her right after that too before Akira kicked out like 2.9. Hit a big drop kick at the 10-minute call and then a running knee to the face before Ane kicked out. And then Akira put her away at the half-hat suplex not long after that. 3 1/4. Enjoyable opener.
Yep, fun opener. Akira's got it. I love Akira. I love Ade, to be honest. Fuwa-chan's a natural, and Kikyo has her own style. All 4 of these are pretty damn fucking good.
They have a really good young generation. I mean,
it's actually so the Stardom 7 basically, right? Since Akira and Yuria, right, and then it was Emma and Kikyo, and then it was Ane and Matoi, and then Fuwa-chan. Those 7 are.
Well, Ane and Futoi came first, but they got injured.
Yeah, then they got injured, yeah. But that 7 is ridiculous. Like, the worst of that bunch is Yuria, right? And I wouldn't say Yuria's bad.
She's fine.
She's fine. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's the worst. So that 7...
Matoye is really good and just keeps getting hurt, which makes me so sad. Like, she might actually be my favorite of the group.
I think she has the potential to be the best in-ring wrestler out of the bunch, for sure.
Yeah.
If she doesn't have injury problems.
But, like, the rest of them, okay. Matoye, if she ever gets to keep wrestling, is going to be really good. Yeah. Ane has, like, charisma... practically like coming out of her pores, basically.
Insane seller as well already.
Yeah, and she's great at selling. Has a very good drop kick.
I'm so happy you mentioned the drop kick. I haven't heard anyone else talk about it. Her drop kick's insane.
I don't know what Nicole just said to me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what'd you say?
I said
distracted by kissies. Thank you.
Yeah,
came over and gave me.
You have to acknowledge the kissies, John.
Okay. I thought I powered right through the kissy. Honestly, I don't think I was very distracted. But anyway, yes, the match, the drop kick was great. It was really her talking that distracted me, not the kissy.
Yeah.
But yes, the drop kick is great. And yeah, she looks like born to be a cosmic angel. So I'll be very sad if she's not. And I love her little dance she does. She does like a different little dance there, because obviously. She, as a young wrestler, comes out to other people's theme music all the time. So she has a new dance for everybody's theme song, basically. And
she's
it's
a TikToker,
great.
I think that's why she does that.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love it. I love Ane. So like, there's really nobody in this group I don't like. I mean, Yuria, she's fine. I guess she'd be the closest to not liking. I still think she's fine. It's not like I dislike her. I like Kikyo a lot. I think she's already getting there with the technical wrestling of the new thing.
She's getting better. She's improving at a crazy rate.
Of being Maki Ito's junior partner is so fucking funny. It's such a great dynamic that I wrote this in my notes for the match the next day because that's where she was teaming with her, but I guess I could just mention it now. It's worked so well that I almost makes me wonder if they didn't have this planned all along. Like, did they know in May or June when she debuted that they were probably going to sign?
No way.
Is they probably going to sign it? Well, because at that point she was already on her way out of Tokyo Joshi, so she could have sent feelers. I don't think this is impossible. I think it's possible that she sent feelers, and they were like, okay, we're going to give her an outfit that matches Maki Ito's outfit, so she can be Maki Ito's like fucking mini-me when she comes in. That'll be her first big storyline. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility, honestly.
The only reason I don't think it is because I don't know if you saw in the Korakuen Hall when they were teaming, Kikyo was like looking over at Maki for all of her spots and learning them on the fly.
Okay,
she had no idea what Maki was doing.
So it ended up being a funny coincidence, a good coincidence. But yeah, she's really good. Emma, she's fine. I get probably close to the Yuria tier for me, but she's very good in ring for someone
very good
with her experience. Yeah. She just has no charisma to me. Is the problem.
No, that's fair. Yeah, she hasn't found herself like the others have.
Yeah. Like hopefully she does at some point, but yeah, she's just very, very charisma deficient so far. But she's still good. You know, she's better in ring than Yuria for sure. Oh, for sure. But Yuria has more charisma than she does. And then Akira has the charisma and the in-ring. I mean, what is she? She's not missing anything.
Kira is going to be insane. She's going to be insane.
I mean, already an amazing underdog. And are we missing one? Oh, Fukuoka is fucking great. Like 6 matches into her fucking career somehow.
She's a natural.
Yeah. Like, it obviously has lots of natural charisma, considering she was already a star before she ever got into pro wrestling. So, that's a pretty amazing rookie class to have.
It's really unfair. It's actually unfair.
and the class above them are already all great because you have Aya, Sayaka, who are both great and both have charisma coming out of their fucking pores too. Rana is pretty good. I mean, she's Rana is great. You like her more than I do. I think she's like decent. I don't think she's great or anything, but she's another one who's like a good in-ring worker who's a little charisma deficient to me. But she's still good. I mean, it's not like she's not good. So, I mean, like but that's again from a young generation right above that. And there's other people I'm not even thinking of. Rina and Hina, who are like not even that. They're pretty experienced now, but they're still very young. And Rion, who's a great underdog, again, has a lot of charisma. I don't know. It's just like Azusa Inaba, who's like 19 and is really good. Tomaka,
JCO fans will get very upset at you for that one.
Well, yeah, I mean, but she's like split between the two,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And she's basically a star.
It's a matter of when, right? Not.
Yeah. I mean, even if they could stay at this fucking split thing forever, and I still consider them basically Stardom wrestlers.
Yeah.
I mean, Miyu Amasaki, who I feel like again has some charisma and her in-ring is better than I think people give her credit for. I love the DDT stuff she does. That I can hit 10,000 DDT stuff is actually really fun to watch to me. And I feel like she's gotten less. Her thing earlier in the year, especially, was she was still a little clunky, and I feel like she gets less clunky all the time. So, yeah, I don't know. You're not as big on Miyu Amasaki?
Oh, no, not really. I mean, okay. I don't think she's bad. I think she's in the okay category for me.
Okay, a little higher on her. I think she has the charisma. And she definitely has the look, that is for sure. And,
I don't see her winning the white belt, basically. I can't see a white belt reign for her.
White belt reign. I'm gonna take the over. I think she gets a white belt.
Really? Okay. All right.
Yeah. Although actually I don't the promotion's so stacked though.
It's too stacked. That's what I mean. Like Miyu's not bad, but she stands out because of how fucking good this roster is. That's what I feel like her problem is.
Yeah, but I do feel like she's gotten less clunky though, which used to be
for sure. I agree with you.
My big issue with her. So yeah, I mean she, I don't know. I mean, I feel like she has the kind of look where they're gonna push her, but
I mean, she's in Neogenesis, so yeah.
She's in Neogenesis, yeah. So but yeah, you're right. I mean, Azumi doesn't have a white belt reign yet, so
exactly, and she's like one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Yeah.
Oh, some people get very mad for that take. Sorry.
They should shut the fuck up because Azumi is one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Yeah.
Like Jesus Christ. Okay, but anyway, so yeah, the people who say Stardom is bad, I'm just like, I always want to like talk to them and be like, what are you talking about? It's like when the bad wrestlers on your roster are like the quote unquote bad wrestlers on your roster are like Lady C, like Yuria Hime. Like Waka. perfectly fine wrestlers, Waka. Like these are the bad wrestlers in this roster. They would be like mid to mid upper in many other promotions. So, Like,
I just wish
don't know
the Stardom bad people would just admit that the style was not for them. I don't know why they have to call these wrestlers bad. Just say you're not into it, and that's completely okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, just or the ones who complain about the booking, I can sort of see some of the arguments of the booking. Sometimes it is a little slow, I guess. But I just kind of like their booking style because everything feels more important to me when you like actually take your time with these title reigns and don't just have 7,000 defenses for the sake of having 7,000 defenses the way a lot of companies do now.
I like elevation of talent, and I think Stardom has done elevation talent almost better than any other promotion. So
the only belts I feel like they actually book badly, especially right now, are the artist. Because like this promotion
those are throwaway,
but this promotion has so many wrestlers and so many units that the artist belts should be way more of a focus, and they should get way more defenses. So that's if I have a booking critique, that would be the big one for me. Is there needs to be they need to like that Osaka show, which was a good little show, which we're talking about. That should have had an artist defense as the main. Like that's the exact level of show that should have an artist defense, and they put the artist belt on ice way too long. We're like, oh, Konami's white belt champion, and that's what we're focusing on. But it's like they just take the fucking artist off them then. Because it's like,
and they were doing it like last year. They had the artist title defense in Osaka in September. So
they should. I think another one earlier in the year too.
Yeah.
So yeah, or maybe it was a number contender, but it was still something. So like, yeah, I don't know. Like that would be my one critique, I guess. But anyway, we got off on a tangent. So
how are we doing on time, John? Are we?
We're 2 hours and 13 minutes in.
Oh, okay, we're not doing
with
bad.
Like 4 shows left to talk about because we barely talked about this one.
Yeah, but these some of
this will be some of this will be quick. Siri, it's always the famous last words on this show.
Yeah.
Suriano, Saki Kashima. First, Saki Kashima pinned Suriano in 7 seconds with the revival. So Saori, of course, got an enormous pop in her hometown. Saki was like motioning at something in the crowd when I was like long before the match started, and I was like, "What is she motioning at?" And they finally pan out, and we see this adorable like white dog mascot. That's I guess the mascot of the town. Every fucking town in Japan has an adorable mascot. It's so sick. Like it makes me sick to my stomach as an American when we don't have a single drop of cuteness, a single drop of whimsy. That this one country is just, this is like. So what like they just have all the kawaii, all the
need more of kawaii in America and the UK as well. Give me more kawaii.
Yeah, and it's like just very, 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 very.
Don't do it, Nicole.
I lost track of what I was saying. Yeah, Nicole didn't do anything that time. She just walked in. That was her fault. But yeah, They have all the cuteness and all the whimsy. But we were just talking about Nicole and I always talk about this. Like they have all the cuteness, all the whimsy over there. Why does this random town in the middle of nowhere get this adorable dog mascot? What do we have adorable mascots of? Nothing. Nothing gets adorable mascots in America. So but yeah, they were all like playing with that mascot all night long. It was very funny. And Saki was the first one I noticed who was like, she had like her little hands up. She's going like do like to the mascot on the outside. It was very cute. But yeah, then Saki and Saori shared like a very long hug before the match, which annoyed Daichi. He was like, "Can you broad start wrestling instead of hugging?" It was like, okay. But yeah, Saki pinned Saori in 7 seconds with the roll up. Then she just starts leaving while wiping her forehead over what hard work it was. That was very funny. The other guys I remember though kept her from leaving and then literally carried her back to the ring, where she and Saori went back to hugging each other for a long time again for some reason. When they finally restarted the match, Saki almost pinned her again. This time Saori did manage to get out of it. And then Saki ran away and went to hide behind the large dog mascot. Then all the angels and all the guys I remember started posing with it, which was so funny. And a very frustrated Daichi started counting them all out. And they tried to get the dog in the ring, but they had to abandon it when they almost got counted out in the process because its head was too big, I guess, to get under the ropes. And then Saki, so they started doing what looked like a strike exchange, but Saki just kept hugging her, and hugging Saori instead of striking her back in the strike exchange, which was also very funny. And then Saki managed to kick out of the pottering, get her own cradle. Not sure how it wasn't 3, and I guess it was a screw up because they did the cradle again, and she did get the pin that time. Screw up at the end side though. This was deeply cute and deeply funny. So Saki Kashima, incredibly funny comedy wrestler, one of the funniest of all time, honestly.
Yeah, I've got my only thing to add is I was staring at Taro Okada in the background, and he was having the time of his fucking life. So sometimes I wonder how involved he is with the matches getting put together. I'm assuming he's not involved at all, because I think in Japan it's very like wrestler led, right? So sometimes I like to think he's just watching the stuff unfold for the first time and enjoying it as much as us.
Then we had Rina Yamashita and Itsuki Aoki defeating Hanako and Rion in 9:25. Rina pinning Rion with the lariat. Aoki came out carrying a tiny plushie of the local dog mascot. Everybody loved this dog. But yeah, pretty good match. There was a boisterous crowd here, and they were feeling it, and that always helps. And Rion got a big pop from them for actually managing to power slam Yamashita, but she was put away by a lariat soon after. 3 1/4. Pretty good little match here.
Yeah, I thought Hanako and Yamashita had great chemistry, and they always do good stuff together. And Mavida Loca is my favorite unit because Itsuki is one of my favorite wrestlers. So hell yeah! Are you a Rihanna? What do they call him? Rihannator? What do they call?
I am a Rihannator. I like Rihanna a lot. Okay. Right. I mean, she's a tiny wrestler, so she's very poi coded. So I love poi, and poi seems to have taken an interest in her. Kind of wish she would just join Cosmic Angels. I think she'd fit in. She'd be very cute in the group. So. But yeah,
I do like her getting beat up. She's a good underdog. I will say that.
Very good underdog. Yeah, makes you just want to be like, it's gonna be okay. That kind of energy.
Yeah.
But then we had Shuri, Ami Sourei, and I'm not an anti-short hater like friend of the show Velky Braca. I do share his love for the tall wrestlers too, but I don't take it out on the short ones. So unlike him.
But isn't Izumi one of his favorites?
I guess, but he will always tell you he hates the short wrestlers. So
apparently not.
I guess not her. Guess she gets a pass. She's allowed to
special treatment.
She's invited to the cookout, according to Velky. Shuri, Ami Sourei, and Tomoka Inaba defeated Yuna Mizumori, Aya Sakura, and Sayaka Kura. Ami pinning Sakura at 8:35 with a blue thunder bomb. This was a little more by the numbers than the earlier matches to me. It was all right, but just more like standard house show fare. 2 3/4. It was, it was okay.
What? It kind of annoys me they call it a Blue Thunder. I feel like it doesn't look like a Blue Thunder bomb, but maybe that's just me.
I don't know. Then we had an 8-woman tag, which was Azumi, Mei Sierra, India Sue, and Tabata defeating Maika, Waka Tsukiyama, Maki Ito, and Hazuki. Azumi pinning Waka in 8:21 with the Azumi Sushi. Maika tried to give Maki a ride around her shoulders for some reason, which she was not a fan of. And that leads to the two of them just kind of falling out of the ring so Azumi could pin Waka with the Azumi Sushi. That was funny. Jenna Woman's 3. It was good. Fine, fun little match.
Yeah, I said fun, but I won't remember this by the time we record, and that is exactly what happened.
Then we had the 12-woman tag. Hina, Lady C, Rada Yagami, Hanan, Momo Kogo, and Yuri Hime defeating Konami, Natsukatora, Raka, Rina, Azusa Inaba, and Fukigen in 12:27. Hina pinning Fukigen with the modified jackhammer. Pretty standard multi-woman hate tag. The crowd brawling started out. Everybody was running and hitting moves on each other constantly. Perfectly fine little standard house show stuff here. 3 stars again.
But Hina and Konami, though, they have some good fucking chemistry. I'm going to tell you. That's going to be a great match.
I am excited for it.
Yeah.
Konami's been on a roll too, so.
She needs more love, okay? I think...
I put her over like crazy on this podcast 2 weeks ago.
You do, yeah. We need more people doing it. It's the best work of her career. I love this white belt reign. I think it's been awesome. I actually hope that Hanan ends it just because it would be a perfect end to it as well. So let's pray.
Then we had the main event, which was Suriano and Natsupoi defeating Starlight Kid and Miyu Amasaki. Saori pinning Miyu in 14:22. Saori got a lot of streamers, which were allowed. They were told they were allowed to bring them for her, and in the main event only, I think they said. So they threw them all for this match, and boy, did she get a lot of them. We got a heel kiddo back in this match, where her choking Saori in the corner and throwing her around by the hair. Then everyone posed with her being held to the ropes and said congratulations, even like Poi and the other Cosmic Angel members at ringside, which Saori's expression, especially during that, was very funny, I thought. But yeah, fun, action-filled match. Had a lot of your typical strike exchanges and such. I'm I enjoyed it. It didn't blow me away or anything. It was like a 3.5-star match, but good match. Good main event.
Yeah, the loud Shiga and Kyoto chants back and forth, obviously, because Otsu is literally right next to Kyoto. So even though they're in different regions, they are like absurdly close. So I guess it's a bit like Tokyo and Yokohama or Tokyo and Kawasaki, right? So the rivalry between Otsu and Kyoto is real because not just neighboring prefectures, but also very close cities.
Well, everybody hates Kyoto, so that's like the thing in Japan. Like Kyoto hates everybody because they're like
like the upper,
yeah, they're like we were once the seat of power and culture, and unlike the rest of the country, we didn't get bombed because one American ambassador liked us. Yeah. So, but yes, there's there you go. There's the Saori speech afterwards seems to mostly have been about how she was happy to make her dream of holding a show there come true. I think she pointed out one of her teachers in the up in the cheap seat. So, way to put your teacher in the cheap seat, Saori. That's not very nice.
Yeah, I don't think we mentioned it, but it's the lot that arena is basically due to close down in March. So they kind of rushed to get the show done there before that because they don't actually run Otsu. Stardom like runs Maibara on the other side of the prefecture because it's so close to Kyoto. So they just run Kyoto and expect people to commute to Kyoto.
Right, which makes more sense.
Because they just ignore it all the time. Yeah, but Saori really wanted to do this because it was like her hometown arena when growing up. She like went to high school near it and stuff like that. She had a goal of 1,000 people. She said so in a Super interview, and she achieved it.
She did. So, she did. What did she say she did at this arena once when she was in high school? Was it like a cheerleading meet or something? It was something.
Oh, I don't remember that. Yeah, but yeah, something. Yeah.
But yeah, she said something too. I think like she was an intense high schooler. I'm like, I can bet.
Yeah,
Given what we know about her youth, otherwise, where she was like a gal. Like with the very, very painted up face and everything. Like, yeah, she seems like she'd be an intense high schooler.
Yeah.
Honestly, like all the girls being cute together after the match might have been the highlight of the show. We even got a random shot of Fuwa-chan posing with the mascot and a tiny plushie of himself in the middle of all this. So, but yeah, pretty standard house show fare for the most part, just with a little bigger, more boisterous crowd. Fun for what it was, though, you know. Then we have the Osaka show the next day, which only did 673, which is down a little bit from the 800 crowds they've been doing. Maybe some people just went to the show the day before instead. I don't know. It wasn't that far. But yeah, this show opened up with Neo Genesis, which was Azumi, Starlight Kid, and Mei Sierra defeating Hina, Lady C, and Rana Yagami. It was Azumi pitting Lady C in 916 with the Azumi Sushi. So yeah, despite not being as big as some of the more recent EDION 2 crowds they've drawn, this crowd is still really, really hot, which is how EDION 2 crowds have been since like last summer. And that was what made the EDION 1 crowd a couple weeks ago being so quiet, so disappointing. And they went right back to being hot here. So Azumi and Lady C, they were really going at each other for a while. They always have like surprisingly good chemistry to me, especially given the massive height difference. But, you know, Azumi, works like she's the bully, despite she's, 5'0" or 5'1" at best, and Lady C being 5'8" or 5'9". And Lady C, despite being so tall, is always such a good underdog. So they have really good chemistry. Azumi had a nice little Rana roll-up reversal out of a choke slam at one point, and she eventually put her away at La Mystica into the Azumi Sushi. Fun little opener, 3 1/4.
Yeah, Azumi's buzzsaw kicks they popped me very, very hugely in this match. she was great.
The bad wrestler who's not bad at anything, according to some people. I don't know what they think she's a bad seller. I'm like, okay. I don't even think she is really. But like are we really not allowed to have any wrestlers who are like badasses? Is that not allowed? We can't have a tiny badass who just like runs around all the time. I think that should be allowed. Should be allowed. Plenty of great wrestlers to watch sell things.
I feel like she's kind of Dragon Gate coded to me, so that's kind of yeah.
I mean, she can sell when she needs to, but she doesn't. It's not the thing she most likes to do. Clearly, so she most likes to run around while screaming very loudly. So God bless her. Rina Yamashita, Itsuka Aoki, and Akira Kuragane defeated Hanan, Momo Kogo, and Yuria Hime. Akira pinning Yuria at 8:42. Rion, tapped her out actually. So Rina Yamashita was like leading the crowd in a seemingly endless cheer when she thought she had Momo trapped in the corner, only for Momo to have long escaped That was pretty fucking funny. One thing I noticed too, Hanan's gear, it sure has a lot of white. I wonder what that could be teasing. But yeah, I do like it for the most part, but it also still has the feathered shoulders. Like, can you please get rid of the fucking feathers already?
Yeah, they suck.
Can we have one outfit without the feathers? That's all I'm asking for, please. But yeah, Kira got the win here via tap out as we continue to build to her future title shot against Hanako on the February 28th Korakuen. Gentlewoman's 3, totally fine.
You're a fellow Hanan enjoyer, right?
I like Hanan.
Yeah, okay.
Wouldn't say she's like a top tier. I actually did I did one of those Stardom tier lists recently on Twitter, so you can see exactly where I put anybody, and that was more like where I am as a stan / like who I root for.
Yeah, your personal fandom.
Yeah, like who I objectively think is good. And I think I had Hanan in the A tier, which would be right behind
that's pretty
the S
high.
tier. Would be right by the S tier because I like all three of the sisters. I either had an A or B. I don't remember. So, like I only had one person in the D tier in the entire promotion, which was Raka. So it's not a promotion where I dislike very many wrestlers. So
D is pretty high for Raka, I will say.
Well, that's the lowest tier in this.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it had an F. It was like S, A, B, C, D. So yeah, Raka was the only one on my bottom tier, and then I had I bet you most listeners could probably guess my entire S tier. So
Saori, Poi.
Actually, that'd be a fun game. Let me see if I can bring it up and you can try to guess it. Okay, you already got two of them. You already got two of them for sure. I'm going to bring it up and I can tell you. You got two of them. Those are two of my S tier. God, when the fuck did I tweet this out? I could have sworn it was more recent.
Sayaka Mitani. That's 3.
No, she's not my S.
What?
I don't. If I had to say one of my favorite in-ring wrestlers, yes, but like I don't root for her in this company. I put her in B.
Oh fuck!
I did indeed put Hanan in A, by the way. So Azumi, yes, Azumi's an S. So yeah,
how many
you have 3 so far. There's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's still 7 more in S.
What? 7 more or 7 in total?
7 more. So I have 10 in total.
What the fuck?
I have a lot of favorite starter wrestlers. What did I tell you?
Okay. Holy shit. Okay. Saki Kashima?
No, I put her in A.
Suri?
No, I also put her in A, I think.
Oh, this is not going well. Ai Sakura.
Aya Sakura, yes, she's an S.
Yeah, and Sayaka Kurara?
Yep, she's an S too.
Okay. I'm not... there's no way Unimon's in that. I'm not even going to do that.
Unimon's an A.
Yeah, okay. Starlight Kid.
Yep, she's an S.
How many am I missing now?
4 left now.
Is any of Hate in there?
1 Hate member.
Rena?
Yep, she's an S.
Okay.
Big Rena stan. You have 3 left.
I'll give you
a hint. Sorry, go ahead. Give a guess first. Go ahead.
I was going to guess. I don't know if you're a Micah fan. I don't actually know that.
No, I have her season C for me, actually.
Okay. All right, give me
Okay, so the hint is 1 is from God's Eye, 1 is from Neo Genesis, and 1 is a rookie.
May Sarah,
yes, that's the Neo Genesis. Yep, she's an S.
Okay. 1's a rookie. I guess Matoy. You mentioned?
Yeah. Matoy is the rookie.
Who the fuck is the God's Eye rookie? Tomoka?
Tomoka? No, she's an A.
Wait, did I not say Siri already?
No, Suri's an A also.
Who the fuck is it? Wait, brother. It's not Yoko Katatsu. Oh, Ami Sora.
Ami Sora's
I forgot about her.
Yeah. So then A tier is Saki. Some of these you mentioned. Saki, Miyu, Miyu Amasaki, Unimon, Kyoko Furusawa, Shuri, both Inaba sisters, Hina and Hanan, Lady C, and Akira Kuragawa.
Lady C. Wow, big Lady C fan.
Lady C is my A tier. I like her a lot. I root for her. This, again, doesn't mean I objectively think she's one of the best wrestlers in the company. This is fandom stuff. And then I have a very large B tier. There's like a lot of wrestlers I don't really root for, but I think are great. And at this point, honestly, from the point I ranked this, I would probably move Ane up from B to A because I've really been liking her a lot. And maybe Fuwa-chan too. This was like a month ago. So I think I would move Fuwa-chan, maybe Rion, maybe Ane, all from B to A. Konami even, maybe from B to A. But I just like Konami. I think is great, but I don't root for her usually, so that's why. Like the way I look at it is like S is my big favorites. A is like the very next tier of people I root for, but I don't quite consider favorites. And then B is like all the wrestlers I think are really good that I don't really root for. And then like C are the ones that I'm like on, and D is Rocka. D is Rocka.
Rocketeer.
D is Rocketeer. She gets her own tier.
Yeah,
so yeah,
deserved.
But yeah, so where were we on this show? I guess the 6-woman tag. Do you have any thoughts on the 6-woman tag?
No.
Oh wait, actually, no, I didn't say anything about it yet. So this is the we said about Hanan Zugir. Okay, the next match is the one I hadn't said anything about yet, which was Ami Sourei, Shuri, and Saki Kashima beating Rion, Waka, and Ane. Ami pinning Rion at 8:55 with the Blue Thunder Bomb. Ane again, an adorable dance with Rion to Waka's music when they came out. Like this woman, this young woman is very adorable. But then everybody worked her over to start. I was like, leave Ane alone. Not very nice. Waka tagged in, missed her flying butt attack on Shuri against the ropes, and took this nasty DDT from the second rope. I was like, that is a hell of a bump to take on a house show. Ami and Rion had a fun little final exchange that ended with Ami putting her away with the sit-out powerbomb. 3 1/4. Enjoyable little match again.
Yep, I got nothing.
India Shu and Maika defeating Hazuki and Tabata. India pinning Hazuki in 7:59. The two luchadors start off here, and it was really slow-paced and basic, and more a little awkward on top of it. Like they usually don't look super out of place for me when they're working with the other Stardom wrestlers, but for some reason, working against each other, they looked extremely out of place in Stardom. So, because I know a lot of people complain about CMLL women's division, and I'm always like, they look fine. I don't know, but like they did look really bad working with each other. So maybe the Stardom wrestlers cover for them a lot. Although after I wrote that down, that they usually look fine working with Stardom wrestlers, Hazuki and Sio looked a little sloppy together too. So maybe they just had a bad night. I don't know. India ended up pinning Hazuki with her wacky little arm trap powerbomb. 2 1/4. This was probably the worst match on the two shows.
Yeah, these Hazuki Maika Luchadores matches are doing nothing for me. They're not bad. There's just like a lot of them, and they're just like random combinations every house show.
Then we had the fucking Stardom Kansai Army versus Ranmaru Army 8-woman tag match. Suriano, Miyu Amasaki, Hanako, and Aya Sakura. So it's Shiga, Kyoto, Kobe, defeating Ranmaru, Hibiscus Miyuki Takase, and Shin Sakura Hirota. Obviously, all 4 of those being outsiders. Why is Ranmaru's from Osaka, right? That's the gimmick, basically.
Yeah, but I think she works in Okinawa. But yeah, all her shows like Ranmaru Fest, like she held a lot of them in Osaka, so she was Osaka based for a long time.
And she brought her indie army here. But yeah, the first fall went 7 minutes. Hanako. Well, first of all, doing the introductions. So they introduced Shin Sakura Hirota, and she throws an Aya Sakura style high kick when she was introduced, and Aya pointed like she was fucking Leonardo DiCaprio in the GIF from the Tarantino movie, pointing at the TV. That was so fucking funny. I was like cracking up because she was like, "Hey, that's my kick." The introductions were like had the crowd cracking up. I couldn't make out all of them, but like me definitely got called an Oba-chan, a grandma, which I thought was really funny. She got really mad about that. But yeah, so the match actually starts. Hanako hits one shoulder block on Ranmaru and pins her for the victory. Shuri, who I guess is friends with Ranmaru, begs them to restart the match. And, they restart it. She immediately shoulder blocks her again and nearly pins her a second time before the rest of her team end up making the save. But yes, this one goes longer. When 12:36 and Ranmaru pins Shuri with the rolling up technique. Of course, because she's a ninja. She has many ninja techniques. But yes, there was the Sakura showdown. Aya had the famous Kancho, the move that did the firework just go off by you? What the hell was that?
I think I hit my mic.
Oh, okay. It's okay.
I apologize to everyone listening.
Thought there was an explosion.
No. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I've done it many times. Aya had the Kancho, the famous butt attack that Japanese schoolchildren do to each other that Sakura Hirota also does for some reason. She had it very well scouted. She repeatedly dodged it. Then they did like just roll through and like face off, like, like where they both did a fighting pose. I was fucking cracking up at that. Unfortunately for Mio, though, she does end up getting repeatedly can-chowed in their butt when Takase holds her in place with the legs and like does this funny rolling cradle to set it up each time. That was fucking funny too. Ranmaru started using her famous freezing magic. Did you notice that Miyu Amasaki was fucking terrible at being frozen?
I literally noted this down yesterday. She was awful at it.
She could not stay frozen. Like, Saori was doing it perfectly. She was not moving a single fucking iota, and Miyu kept twitching and laughing. I'm like,
she was looking, she was following Ranmaru with her eyes as well. I don't know why.
Like, maybe this girl has it's like me, she has ADHD, because I would be terrible at this for that reason. But like, if that's true, we love an ADHD queen. Just makes her even more likable to me.
Oh yeah.
But I'm just she couldn't do it at all. It's so fucking funny. Ranmaru went to pin her, but the ref was frozen, so the ref couldn't count, which was also very funny. Saori, Miyu kept getting in each other's faces, which was obvious. That's that trope where they're gonna get in each other's faces so much they just end up kissing. But Saori kept cracking up, so Hanako comes in for her and just really plants a very long kiss on Miyu. So I was like, hell yeah, girl, get you some. She like tilted her chin up too for it and everything, and it was a long kiss. It was a long kiss. And Saori was scandalized, and I thought people were taking it as like Saori's homophobic. I'm like, no, Saori wants Miyu, and that's why she's scandalized by this. She's mad that she's not the one in the kiss. So, because she's been hitting on her for like weeks and weeks. Like, what are you people talking about? Like, no,
that has been the storyline. Yeah, there's been a lot of energy between Saori and Miyu. Yeah.
Sakura tried to do a dive, of course, couldn't get through the ropes. The second try couldn't go any better. And then she kicked the middle rope into poor Daichi's nuts for some reason. I don't know why she did that. But yes, continuing Saori's recent streak of jobbing. She got pinned by Ranmaru with a roll-up here. On the comedy match scale, this was like 1,000,000 billion stars. Like, I just had an amazing time with this match. This was so fucking funny.
Yeah, Ranmaru and Hibiscus Me's kiss gimmick is one of my favorite gimmicks. I'm sorry, I just pop for it every time. I love it. Hanako just being a total fucking alpha and literally just holding her chin up just made me smile.
Oh, that's why they do it, because it's like their gimmick.
So, their gimmick is they argue. So Hibiscus Me accidentally broke up the pin, but she hit her, and then they argue. They go huh, and then they just kiss, and then they stop, and then the gimmick is another pair in the match have to do the same thing. So they were on a produce show like a few months. It was Miyuki Takase's anniversary show because that's why Takase was here, and Team 200 G did it, and it was I popped so hard to see Hashimoto do this gimmick. So it's just a good gimmick.
See, now I think that the people are again reading this wrong, and Saori just couldn't do it because she's actually in love with Miyu, so she didn't want their first kiss to be like that. So that's what I'm choosing to believe. That's what I'm choosing to believe. I don't think I think people are reading this all wrong. So
I didn't even know people were reading it like that, John.
I don't know. People were Saori fans canceled. Okay.
Oh. Are these English speaking fans?
Yes, of course. You have to even ask, of course.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
The main event was the 8-woman tag, which was the team of Natsuko Tora, Kanami, Uraka, Rina, and Fukigen, defeating Natsupoi, Yuna Mizumori, Sayaka Kurara, Maki Ito, and Kikyo Furusawa. It was Tora pinning Kurara in 15:34 with a Swanton Bomb. So this was... Kikyo has now gotten so good as Maki's backup dancer, but is still just the teeniest right amount of awkward at it that still makes it absolutely adorable. That I'm just like, this is where I was like wondering, is it like, was this the plan all along? But yeah, she was such a good backup dancer here for Maki. Poi's fucking death glare when Maki skipped into their group pose and like dragged Kikyo over with her too. It was so fucking funny. Did you catch that? Where she's just like, she glared at her like, this bitch. It was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Maki later on accidentally gave her the falling headbutt. Then hilariously just sticks her hand out in the corner with this big smile like nothing happened for the tag. So Poi just slaps her right in the face. That was so fucking funny. Like, do not fuck with Natsupoi. Sayaka had Tora set up for the Tokimeki Spear. When Saya runs out of nowhere, of course, wasn't even on this show, still healing her hand and promoting her autobiography you talked about earlier. And that set up Tora hitting the corner avalanche, picked her up at 2, and then gave her the senton with a pin. Other than some brief awkwardness with Tora and Sayaka towards the end, I thought this was a lot of fun. I went 3.5. Good main event, especially for a house show.
Yep, I thought it was a good main event as well. I got nothing to add from what you said.
Saya taunted Sayaka afterward, was still refusing to give her a title shot. Basically was like, I'm too busy to deal with the likes of you. So we'll see where that's going as we head to Cinderella.
Somewhere big.
Overall, a really fun show here, even though there's nothing essential. This is probably sacrilege coming from a Saori super fan, but I did think it was better than the Saori show the day before. So I'm sorry, Saori.
It was.
But, so what's coming up in Stardom? In 3 days, actually. Korakuen on Saturday, February 28th. They have another card here. We have the full card. So it opens up with a 10-woman tag. Poi, Saori, Unamon, Ayasaka, and Sagakura facing Hate again. Tora, Ruaka, Rina, Azusa, and Fukigen. A 3-way tag match. Tomoka Inaba and God, who the fuck is this? Is Kikyo? Because the auto fucking translate is horrible on the Stardom site sometimes. Believe this is
which match is this? The third one?
Yeah, the second one. I believe this is Kotatsu, I think.
Yeah, Kyoko Kotatsu and Tomoka Inaba.
Kotatsu, yeah. So Tomoka Inaba and Kyoko Kotatsu, they translate as Koryu Seika, which even by their standards is pretty bad auto translate. Against Maika and Xena, and Maki Ito and Kikyo Furusawa. Then we have a 6-woman tag, Saki Kashima, Rina Yamashita, and Itsuki Aoki against Waka Tsukiyama, Rion, and Ane Kaniya. Then Ame, Sore, Lady C, and Rana Yagame against India, Seo, Tabata, and God, what's the name of the CMLL girl? Kira, thank you. She's one of the ones people actually like, right? I think.
I've never seen her, but yes, I have seen that. So, I've also seen some people say she sucks, so I don't know which one it is.
Okay, I guess we'll see.
We'll find out.
Now, the first match that really gets the hell yeah, Saori and Takumi Iroha against Hazuki and Fuwa-chan.
I'm so excited.
Let's go.
I am like Takumi's number one fan. I love Takumi.
Spark Rush and Stardom for the first time ever, I think.
Yeah, as a team for sure. And I think
Takumi's been here it's been a long time though, I think.
Like maybe 4 years. It's been over 4 years. I'm kind of, because obviously Marigold and Marvelous have a tight relationship. But, Rossi loves Chigusa loves Rossi. I think Stardom just don't care. To be honest, I don't think it's like a WWE AEW thing that people think it is. Stardom will just do what they want to do, and Marigold will do what they want to do. There's no like blacklisting.
Yeah, like they took the IWGP off Saori right before she went there, but I think
they did. But that kind of makes sense. They didn't.
That
want
makes
the
sense. They don't want their
Marigold
title in a Marigold show.
Yeah.
But what they'll book the same independent wrestlers. I don't think they really give a shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
8-woman tag: Hanan, Saida, Momo Kogo, and Yuria Hime against Starlight Kid, Azumi, Mei Sierra, and Miyu Amasaki. Then the 2 title matches on top: the future Stardom title, Hanako against Akira Kuragane. And then, yes, the one I can't wait for, Konami defending the white belt, the Wonder of Stardom title against Hina. So not a stacked card, but there's some really good stuff there. Even some of the undercard stuff looks fun.
I forgot to mention the Fuchan was on Saori show, right? She's going to be on the anniversary show on the 22nd of March. The story there, for those that don't know, is when Fuchan was secretly training in the UK, Saori knew about it. Saori and Kaoru Ito. And so they were kind of like finding ways to watch her train secretly, and Fuwa-chan's very grateful for that. So yeah, there's history between Saori and Fuwa-chan here.
And then after that, the Cinderella tournament kicks off the following week. So we have the roster for it. They didn't really go at the same thing as last year. Last year it was only young wrestlers. This year only people didn't win. This year we have 2 former winners. We have Hanan and Sayaka. And there are some other non-young wrestlers. B. Priestley's in it. Poi is in it. Saori's in it. Unamon is in it. Sore is in it. Saki Kashima is in it on a retirement road. It's interesting. Who else is in it that's not that young? Fukigen's in it. Xena is in it. Waka is in it. Maki Ito's in it, interestingly. Tabata from CMLL is in it. Yeah, then pretty much all the young wrestlers are in it, though. except for Matoy, who's still injured, I guess, which I really hope she gets come back soon.
Yeah.
There are still a lot of non-young wrestlers who are missing the tournament, and a lot of these people are just taking bookings elsewhere. But obviously, Saya's not in it. Shuri, Starlight Kid, Azumi, Mei Sierra, Natsuko Tora, Raka, Konami, Momo Watanabe, Suzu Suzuki. Momo's still injured, but Suzu Suzuki, Itsuki Aoki, Hazuki, Kogama, and Maika are not in it. Oh, Rita Yamashita is in it. It's one I forgot to mention. So she's Rita in the Cinderella dress. Rita Yamashita in the Cinderella dress. It's a really funny image. So, but yeah, so a lot of those people are overseas. Like Starlight Kid, May are in Mexico. Azumi's in Britain. Shuri's in Britain too, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see who wins this. Obviously, the one thing that gives me pause a little bit with the Sayaka winning and going on to the main event thing is I don't know if Poi or Saori would be in it unless one of them was going to win. So I could see one.
Have you seen the booking?
Yeah, but maybe this could be the rebuild or something. I don't know.
Maybe. I think that I don't. Poi seems like I don't know something's going on. I don't know if she's winding down or something like that because she's married now or something.
Maybe
that's in the back of my mind. I don't know about Saori either. She's just losing a lot, so I just don't think they have any big plans for them at All Star Grand Queen. Them.
Yeah, that could be. I think
for Sayaka, I don't know if she's gonna win, but. And I know because I don't necessarily think she's going to be the main event at Yokohama Arena. That would be kind of too big for her. I feel like, but I think she's going to be used for something big. I guess is the
right. But like, who is going to get? So that's why I go back to Poi or Saori because who's going to get this main event then?
Well, the main event. Yeah, I don't know about the main event at Yokohama Arena. I'm still thinking
like Poi and Saori are two of the only people that feel big enough, and Saori just had a big title shot. So Poi.
I don't fucking know, to be honest. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you could do. I guess you could finally do Sai and Saori.
Yeah.
But
maybe I'm going crazy for thinking it might be Tam.
Yeah, I mean that would be something. That would be something. But they want to hit that 10,000 tickets. Maybe that'd be the way to do it.
I mean, Sayaka's like the only storyline they're building on Saya right now, right?
Yeah,
yeah. Like, why are they doing that right now?
Well, that's why I thought Poi and Saori because they've
done both of those
too. They have done both of them.
Yeah.
The Poi one hasn't been in a while though.
No,
so
July, right?
Yeah, July. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
I'm excited.
I'm willing to let them cook. I'm willing to let them
exactly.
cook.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, so it's a longer tournament this time. It's like 5 days. I think that's
because it's double the participants, right?
Yeah. I think 32. Yeah.
It is 5 days. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's there's 2 shows at Chunichi Hall, March 6th and 7th. 2 days at Korakuen, the 8th and the 11th, and then the finals at Yokohama Budokan at March 15th. So yeah, there you go. All right, folks, awkward silence there or awkward little cut there because I had to run to the bathroom. But we have 3 more shows to talk about here. First I had to piss and now I'm burping again. 3 more shows to talk about here. Unfortunately includes one more really bad one, which was the Marigold Korakuen from a couple days ago on the 23rd. So this did an announced crowd of 895. That was down from 1,195 for the January 24th My Anniversary show, but up from 705 from the January 12th Korakuen. Now, I guess the Marigold fans love to come in intervals of 5 exactly. So good for them for doing that. Because what are the odds that all 3 of the shows would have an attendance ending in 5? But anyway, Marigold exaggerates the crowd a lot, folks. But even if this number is real, it wouldn't be good anyway because
I mean you can see the crowd. I don't know why we need to guess. Like we could see it. They showed the crowd.
We have 2 title matches on top, and one of them with a very hastily added hair gimmick, and even by their own exaggerated crowd number, they didn't even break 900 fans. Like that's not good.
They did 1,200 for Mayu's anniversary. Okay, in a singles match against Utami. That tells you everything you ever need to know about how this promotion is doing right now.
Yeah, they're just really not drawing well at all. So
they're just cold. That's all.
They're ice cold, and for good reasons. We'll get to on this show. The opener was Sari Yamaoka and Shino defeating Komomo Minami and Yuka Yamazaki. It was Sari pinning Yamazaki in 12:15. So one thought I had during the entrance of Minami and Yuka is that Marigold really has a lot of theme songs that sound exactly the same. Probably more than any other Japanese wrestling promotion. They have so many theme songs that are basically like vaguely upbeat, generic electronica. It's like do 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 like that. The do 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 could describe like 10 of their theme songs. Like, they really love that theme song pattern for some reason. Like, oh, a very nice little intro. Like, oh, everything's happy. I'm like, I get it. You're a Joshi promotion, but it doesn't mean all your theme songs have to sound exactly the same. Like, Stardom somehow manages to have different sounding theme songs that are really good. I know the Marigold fans hate being compared to them, but like, seriously, that's who you're trying to emulate, clearly. So I don't know why your theme music is so bad. And they're really good at other aspects of the presentation. Like, as we're going to get to, their title belts are like the best in wrestling, probably. So I don't know why they're so bad at the theme song stuff. But yeah, this I thought was a pretty sloppy opener. Had some really awkward moments, a few of which got memed to hell on Twitter by the Marigold hater accounts. I love to do that. But, you know, the rolling clutch of the finish I thought was pretty bad too. So yeah, 2 stars. Disappointing considering I usually like all 4 of these wrestlers, but they had an off night.
I didn't not like this match. I think it was above average for me, and I guess that's because I love Saori Yamaoka and she was doing a lot of cool stuff in this match. I like her variation of Aoki clutch being like a waist lock sometimes. That's very cool. I think she's obviously toned down her wrestling because she doesn't want to retire before she's 21, so that kind of makes sense. But yeah, I really like her a lot, and I like that she won the match with Aoki clutch as well. So I want her to win more matches with that.
Then we had the first of 2 3-ways for some fucking reason, which is one of my least favorite match types, so thanks a lot, Rossi. First one, definitely the worst of the 2, was Nagisa Tachibana defeating Nao Ishikawa and Megaton in 9:27 with the triple jump crossbody on Megaton. Very boring and not funny, alleged comedy match. That's what this match was in a nutshell. I don't know why the 3 of them continuously putting headlocks on each other, or 2 other girls double teaming Megaton is really even supposed to be funny, really. But everybody tells me how hilarious this Megaton is, so I don't really get what the fucking. I shouldn't say everybody because a lot of people hate her, but like the few Marigold Western like stan people, like, because I got a really angry YouTube comment on one of my episodes when I said I didn't understand why the Japanese fans love Megaton so much, and he was like, "It's only you Westerns who don't like Megaton." I'm like, you don't have to pull that card with me. I understand when the Western and Japanese fans disagree. It's okay. You know, I don't come on here and try to say the Japanese fans all agree with me the way a lot of fucking people do when they don't like something the Japanese fans like. But like, I'm also allowed to think Megaton sucks, even though the crowd there likes her. And by the way, they really didn't react that much for this match, so maybe even they're getting sick of her for all I know. But yeah, it was probably just a quiet crowd in general, not a very big one. But Megaton brought back a version of used fucking log roll, except maybe even stupider looking. We just got freed from that. Why would you do this to me personally, Megaton?
She did pass it down to an independent wrestler, so it is still there somewhere in the wild.
God damn. Who'd she pass it down to?
Mizuki Kato and Diana.
See, I feel like I know that name.
Mizuki Yeah, she's I guess used size is what I'll say. So
I see. Oh, was she on the Ice Ribbon show? Is that where I'm getting this from?
She might. Oh, yeah, she might have been on the Ribbon Mania show that you were at.
Oh, okay. So that's where
Yes.
I'm remembering from.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the match felt like it would never end. I give it a dud. Nothing redeemable about it. Nothing redeemable about this match. A dud.
I didn't think. Sorry, that's funny too. Because so normally Marigold 3-ways are absolute disasters, like train wreck. Well, obviously you thought this one was one as well, but my expectations are literally in hell for any Marigold 3-way. So I thought this surpassed those expectations. I don't think it was good, but I've seen worse Marigold 3-ways. So
afterwards, Jiro challenged Megaton, I guess, for their next Ota Ward show. I don't know when that is though. I went looking at their schedule and I didn't see anything.
Oh no, that's well, yeah. Oh, is it? That's in Ota Ward? Wait, the Ikemen challenge?
What show? Okay, what did he give a date? Do you remember the date?
No, I have no idea. I just know it's for the JTO title.
Maybe no, it's for the FMW title.
Oh, is it FMW? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is FMW still a thing?
And maybe it's possible I misheard and he challenged.
No, maybe I trust you. I didn't.
But I don't see. You shouldn't trust me because I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But actually, wait, is this it? Yes.
No, because
shows. Are they doing the fucking? They're doing the fucking the war crime arena.
Oh yeah, on in what 29th of March or something.
Yeah, Yasukuni's Shrine. They're doing the War Crimes Arena.
Yeah,
maybe that's what it's for. I don't know, because I thought I heard sumo. So maybe this is Yasukuni Shrine Sumo Arena. I don't know. I could be wrong, but someone can correct me if I'm wrong, I guess. But he's going to face Megaton at some point. Godspeed. I hope it's the War Crimes show, and I just don't watch it. Then we have the next 3-way match, which was Utami Yashishita beating Sayoko Koshino and Hummingbird. She pinned Koshino at 8:04 with a German suplex hold. Better than the last one. That's really not saying much. It was still sloppy in places, especially when Hummingbird and Shoko were working together. And Utami put her away with a German. 2 1/4. Below average. This undercard had been brutal at this point for me.
Yeah, I thought this was, again, I've seen way worse 3-ways. And also, I like Utami lower down the card. She wants to chill. She wants to relax. That's fine. If you're going to relax, then just help out the undercard a bit. So, I mean, this match would have been way worse without her in it. I guess I'll say
that. Match 4, the Marigold 3D Trios title tournament final. It was Arina Yamanaka, Natsumi Shozuki, and Mai Sakurai defeating Nagisa Nozaki, Mitsu Matsui, and Rei Seto in 13-12. Yamanaka hit the Ulker press on Seto and to become the first champions. Now, again, the belts in Marigold are the one thing I can't be a hater about this, because the belts look really, really good. I think they have possibly the most unique and most gorgeous looking design of any titles in wrestling right now. The 3D titles, which have a very stupid name, do look really pretty. I mean, they have that yellow belt strap that looks really cool, and the big black diamond in the center of the plate, and just looks really good, just like the United Natural title does, and the world title does. But yeah, very bold design choices, which a lot of wrestling belts look very boring these days. So, thumbs up for Marigold's belts.
I also don't mind the name. 3D. Well,
what is the name again? Diamond.
Yeah, it's Dream, Diamond, Destiny, something like that, and it's got 3 diamonds on the title.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all right. I mean, 3D trios sound stupid to me when they
because it reminds you of the Dudley Boys.
Yeah, it reminds you of the Dudley Boys. So. Yeah. Now, I will go back to being a hater though and say Marigold really did not need a trios title, considering A, they only have 1 actual unit so far, and B, they already have too many titles for their roster size. Mayu Iwatani is carrying around 2 different singles titles. The finals of this title tournament featured a wrestler holding the normal 2-on-2 tag titles. They did not need a trios title, so that will be my hater moment for this match, because that was not. I don't think they needed a trios title at all.
No, I said the exact same thing. Yeah.
I don't. Also, they announced Arina as a Best Buy Japan. I couldn't remember when she quit.
Yeah, she's. That's why she's getting this push, because she signed a contract with Marigold. That's why. She quit. I don't. What did they announce her on the show?
They announced her on the show. Yeah.
Maybe it's maybe the contract ends at the end of the month or something. I don't know.
But yeah, this was like an oasis in the desert after the first 3 matches. Nothing blow or anything, but just competent and relatively fast paced pro wrestling.
Above average.
Yeah. Ray, I thought it was a little better than that even. But Ray and Arina did have a pretty sloppy sequence when Ray was trying to get her into this flipping cradle though. But then we got the finish, which. If you're going to have a botch, at least it can look badass, I guess. And Arina fucking cracked poor Rei Seto in the face with his elbow doing her spinning press off the top. That one I knew was coming already. I saw it on Twitter, along with the very bloody mouth aftermath. So I hope Seto's okay. But pretty good, 3 1/4. Feels like the match of the year compared to the first 3 matches. So
she almost nailed it. It was so close to being a perfect Orca splash, but yeah, she just fucking. I think she has to retire it. To be honest, I'm like Saya Kamitani retired the Phoenix Splash when she broke Mina's jaw. Like, how bad does the injury have to be until you think, okay, maybe I need to?
She's done this multiple times.
Yeah, and she completely botched it in the semifinal as well. Like, it was also close to causing an injury. So yeah, she has to be careful with it. But no, I thought she was. Apart from that, I thought she was okay in this match. I would have preferred this match more if it was Shizuki and Rei Seto on the finishing stretch rather than Arina, I guess. Because obviously Shizuki's awesome, and so is Rei Seto. But, this was fine.
Mai, by the way, stole back her 12 million yen box that Darkness Revolution stole last year. Good for her. It's a lot of money. I mean, even with the yen being down, it's probably still like $9,000 or something. So,
what a payoff. I completely forgot about that storyline.
I forgot about it too, honestly. She's like, yeah, it's my box, actually. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
The box of yen? was like, okay. Komomo came out to challenge. I don't know with who.
Oh, that's Icon Peach Arrow, which is her, Mayu, and Yuzuki.
Oh, okay, that'll be good. That'll be good. Then we had the special singles match, Mayu Iwatani beating Rin in 13:23 of the Dragon Suplex hold. So I wasn't really familiar with Rin. I know she had been around before in Stardom, but probably in like this, I think it was like in the Clap Crowd era when I wasn't more than watching it all. Because I think they mentioned in English commentary they teamed up during the Gods Stardom Tag League at one point.
In 2021, yeah.
But yeah, she's a 31-year-old freelancer. She hasn't wrestled much in recent years because she moved over to Canada. She got married and moved to Canada, but she came back for a retirement run. And she, after this match, asked Iwatani to team up with her for the retirement match on May 5th, which Mayu did accept.
In Marvelous, yeah.
In Marvelous, yeah. This was all right. Went like 2 3/4. I just didn't think
I am so surprised. So, yeah, so as mentioned, I've crossed with Tim, and I feel like we're the two highest people on this match. Everyone else I've seen is just like, and me and Tim both love this match. But maybe we just love Mayu Iwatani. I don't know. We thought this match was awesome. There were so many good bumps in this match that I thought were crazy. The Dragon Suplex, I just have to point out the Dragon Suplex. I thought it was one of the best Dragon Suplexes I've seen Mayu do in a while. Rin bumped fucking crazy for it. I popped for it. Yeah, there were just a lot of things in this match I loved. Like Mayu bullying Rin as well, I thought was really good. I thought Rin's selling was good. I think she could still go, but maybe we're on an island on this. That's okay. I like this match a lot.
I mean, I didn't think it was bad or anything. It was just kind of there.
No, but I thought it was like awesome.
I mean, I have no emotional connection to Rin at all, and I barely ever seen her. You know, I just don't watch Marvelous ever, pretty much. Then we had the United National Title match, main event or semi-main event, with Victoria Yuzuki beating Chika Goto in 16:54 with the victory sunset for a 4th defense. At this point, I was like, "Please save me, Yuzuki. I usually love your matches." She did not really save me here. It was fine. She went full body shamer in the build of this, by the way. I don't know if you saw that, where she was like, I don't like respect anyone who just gains weight and thinks that's a good thing or whatever. I'm like, Jesus, Victoria. Yeah. We stand a toxic little blonde queen, I guess, or at least I do. But yes, this match missing a little bit of snap to it though. Yuzuki, hit a weirdly low impact La Mystica where Gochika just kind of gently landed on her hands on the mat. Just feel like everybody on the show was having a rough night up and down the card, and this isn't like the deepest roster to begin with. So when that happens, it's not going to be pretty like it wasn't on this show. I don't know.
I blame the booking. I think the booking's fucking
well. The booking is awful. Yes.
Like, why are you putting like Gochika in this position? Like, she already had the match with Miko Ono, right? Like last year for the red belt. You saw that she can't have matches like this, and I really like Chika Goto. Just keep her in the mid card where she can just be a powerhouse and have fun matches. She's funny. She's a good character. Stop doing this to her. I don't know why they're doing this.
Yeah, I mean, I thought this was the worst Yuzuki singles match, and I don't know how long. I still haven't seen the show from January on the 3rd.
Yeah. That's worth mentioning. Like, Yuzuki herself was not like great in this match, right? And I love Yuzuki, but this was not a good performance from her as well. She couldn't carry Gochika.
Yeah, like 2 3/4. It wasn't horrible. It was just kind of there. That was her 4th successful defense. Next up, the Marigold World Title versus Hair. Mika Ano beat Chiaki in 17:27 with the Red Sensation, her 2nd defense. I'm usually like kind of a Chiaki defender because I know a lot of people hate her, and I can't defend her. She was not good here. This match was, again, Miku Ano. She usually has great matches. This was even worse than the last match. It was like 2.5. Deeply average match. Boring. Shockingly heatless for a fucking hair step match. Just, I don't really have anything else to say about it. It wasn't very good. I mean, there was this like weirdly low energy run-in from Darkness Revolution early on. Like, did you notice where like they just kind of grabbed her and like had her, felt like she just walked with them willingly, and like Nagisa gave her like the lightest knee of all time. I was like, what is this run-in?
It's just second nature to them because they do this brawling at the start of every single match on every single house show.
Well, so does Hate, and it still looks way better than this.
I think, Hate Switch, I don't think they do that every single... I'm not exaggerating. I literally mean every single match.
It's pretty close for Hate, but...
Yeah, I don't know. So I thought Chiaki was not good, especially in the middle section. I thought it was really bad. Do you remember when they took ages to take off the turnbuckle pad? And then Chiaki gets thrown into it, and she just no-sells it, basically. She just sells it for like 5 seconds. And
I know. See, it was like there was Sean Waltman out there. Remember? I don't know how much WCW you've ever seen, but like there's a famous spot with Kevin Nash and I guess Rick Steiner in 1997 where he's like trying to take off the turnbuckle pad. And it takes so long for him to do it that like Ted DiBiase has to do it, which is even more awkward considering Ted DiBiase is about to walk out on them for like being too mean to Rick Steiner. So I'm like, you just took the pad off, buddy.
And then she no-sells it immediately after. And then Miku goes into the turnbuckle later, and she actually sells it properly because Miku is fucking awesome and one of the best wrestlers in the scene. So basically 90% of this match wasn't good. I loved the finishing stretch because it was, in a way, this match was worth it just to see Miku ascend into God mode and destroy Chiaki. I thought Chiaki sold well for that comeback. That comeback was one of the most awesome things I've seen this week. It was so good. The buzzsaw kicks, getting her head kicked off, and then the red sensation finish literally spiked on her dome. That was worth it.
2.5 for me. I don't think it was worth it personally, but
no, I like the finish. Everything else sucks, so I guess it averages out to that.
But yeah, so an ice cold promotion having an off night, not a pretty sight. This show sucked, not as much as the Dragon Gate show, but I think it was probably the second worst show we're talking about.
Just to be clear about them being cold, so they book Korakuen Hall shows as if they're New Japan or Stardom, right? They're just
they book it up. There's another one coming up in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, they're like
2 weeks.
Also, the card construction, they just kind of throw stuff together. They're not treating them like other independent promotions treat their Korakuen Halls, which are important shows. They think they're New Japan and Stardom. They need to book differently and realize they're not. That's what I mean by cold.
The next show
is not good.
So the next Korakuen is 2 weeks from this Saturday, on March 14th. There's nothing announced on their website. I don't know. It didn't really feel like they set anything up besides that trios title match. I guess that's probably going to be for that Korakuen. But yeah, they're booking Korakuen March 14th. They book it again, I think like only a month after that. Let me see. Yeah, well, a little more than a month actually, April 25th. But yeah, they book at least one Korakuen a month, sometimes 2. And like you said, they just throw them together.
The filler shows mostly.
Yeah, and it's like it's very weird. Like you guys are not that big. I don't have to tell you. You're not.
That's what. Yeah, exactly.
That's what I mean by cold. He acts like he's Stardom still, basically. And like, you're not booking Stardom anymore, Rossi. You're not the biggest Joshi promotion. I mean, you're drawing numbers similar to what Stardom drew during some of your fucking periods. But, I don't know.
Yeah, like I'm not they're not dying, right? They're not doing bad, but they're
doing a little bad.
Well, compared to other independent promotions.
Yeah.
That's who I'm comparing them to now, right? Like I'm comparing them to like Seedling and Marvelous and all of those promotions.
Well, okay. They lie more than those ones do, I think.
Yeah,
because
exactly. Like they're just not on the level where people like want to discuss them at. And if you look at last year, right, when Mayu came in, they were doing great. They were doing 1.4K, 1.3K at Korakuen Hall, and then it sort of tapered off. When did it taper off? It tapered off after Grand Destiny, and that show was sick, by the way. I was one of the highest people on that show. I thought it was
that was one of the best shows of the year for sure.
Yeah, exactly. It tapered off after because the booking was just awful after Grand Destiny. There was nothing. It was filler, and it's not coincidence that they've dropped off.
Yeah, they're just not building. I don't really get what they're building towards. It doesn't feel like they're building towards anything.
Because they do nothing outside of May to October, which are their 2 big shows. That's the hot period. And then they just do nothing outside of those periods.
It is very strange. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just very... I mean, they have I guess you could argue they have such a small roster. But yeah, it's just... Because
I love
some of the same people online... And people hate when I do this, when I respond too much to online idiots. But like some of the same people online who say Stardom booking does nothing and Stardom is so boring and blah, blah, blah are fucking Marigold stans. And I'm like, how the fuck could you have that critique of Stardom and then be a Marigold stan? Yeah, Stardom does way more shit than Marigold does.
I was one of Marigold's biggest defenders around the Grand Destiny period and before that, because I thought the booking was actually quite decent. I loved the matches they were putting on, the young talent. The booking right now is putrid. It is just bad and indefensible. The wrestlers are getting hard done by Rossy Ogawa's shit booking, and people need to realize that because the wrestlers are awesome. They deserve support. The wrestlers are awesome.
Yeah,
except Chiaki.
I don't even know if I go as far as awesome. There's some really good wrestlers. There's also some who are like
There's a lot of really good wrestlers.
well, there's some who are very inconsistent. But
yeah, but that's like I feel like that's a handful. Like even Nagisa Tachibana has gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't see it on the show, but she has improved.
Yeah, I mean, I just think I'm a little.
Terry,
I feel like
Minami.
I feel like I'm in between you and the Jumping Bomb Audio people. The Jumping Bomb Audio people think the roster's awful. You seem to think the roster's awesome.
True, yeah.
You seem to think the roster's awesome. I am the Marigold roster centrist, I guess, because I think the roster's fine.
I think they have a lot of good young talent.
Yeah. I mean, I really like Mai Sakurai. I really like Victoria Zuki. There's a few other people. Shino is really good for her experience. Obviously, Sari too. But yeah, there's also they have a lot of people who do really awkward stuff still, though. I mean, those Twitter accounts.
Rei Sato is awesome as well.
Rei Sato's really good too. Good too.
And obviously you got Mayu Utami
and Misa Matsui.
Misa Matsui. See, we're naming a lot of people.
Yeah. You're right. It's just not quite. It's not like Stardom deep though.
No. I mean, it's not close. No.
Yeah. So you just can't really compare it to. And I know that, and their fans really, really want to be compared to Stardom, which is like. You can't really make that comparison if you're going to be anything in good faith. So, like the comparison should be like, I don't know, Sendai Girls or something like that.
That's exactly what I'm saying, and that's why I can't say that Marigold is doing bad because they're not. They're not going to go out of business. Their attendance is fine for a promotion of their size and how long they've been running for, right? Which is like a year and a half. So they're doing fine for their size.
Not saying you're boring, buddy. I'm really tired. Sorry about that.
No, I mean,
that loud yawn.
That's completely okay.
I'm so tired, actually. I did not sleep well at all yesterday.
Let's get these 2 shows done.
Yeah. So up next, we have Sendai Girls. This was on all the way back on February 15th, but I couldn't talk about it in our last episode because it did not air until the 20th on VOD. This was from the Sendai Pit. No announced attendance. Only a 5-match show. Should be quick. But we haven't done Sendai Girls in a while, and I wanted to do some Senjo, and it had a very normal main event to me, so I figured it was worth covering for that reason, even though it's not the biggest show or anything. The opener was Yura, Suzuki, and Chika losing to Hiroyo Matsumoto and Zonas, the Oz Academy tag champions. Matsumoto hit the Gankai on Chika for the pin. Not much of an opener, really. It was okay. I did laugh at Zonas charging up while Matsumoto was holding Chika just to stop and start doing muscle poses. That was funny. She's done that spot before, though. I've seen her do it before. Matsumoto tapped out Suzuki with a crossface. There you go. That's I guess, the Gankai. 2 3/4. It was all right.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yuna lost to Chi-Chi in our next match in 9:21 with a backdrop. You'll never believe this, folks, but it was another nothing Yuna singles match. The walking definition of go on girl, give us nothing came through yet again. Even managed to have a boring match with Chi-Chi of all people, who's normally great. So 2.5 stars, incredibly average.
Yeah, it was fine. I like Yuna for different reasons now because she's. Have you seen the Sendai Girls documentary?
No.
Okay, it baby faces the entire roster. They're all like really, really likable. So just from that point of view, I like Yuna, but she still's not a great wrestler.
Match number 3 was Manami and Spike Nishimura defeating Dash Chizako and Miku Kanaway. Manami hit the 4 press on Kanaway. This was the big step up from the previous 2 matches. It was not like an amazing match or anything, but they packed a lot of little action in that 11 minutes. Not surprising, really, because I usually enjoy all 4 of these women. But quite enjoyable little tag. 3 1/4.
Yeah, Spike's back, which I'm happy with. So that's
yes,
awesome.
She just got back to Japan, right? Like a week ago or something?
Yeah, exactly. So very recently. This was her first show back. And Miku and Manami, I thought were really good in this match together. And another German suplex from Miku. So she's doing more and more wrestling, and I like to see it.
Match 4 was Red Energy, Mika Iwata, and Miyuki Takase defeating Ryo Mizunami and Yurika Oka. It was Iwate with the Ryon on Oka in 1647. So even better tags in the previous match. Very high energy throughout. Not surprising given the caliber of talent on display here. There was a great flash pin exchange at one point between Oka and Takase. Then we got Iwata kicking ass as usual. She even slapped her a few times when she had her locked in figure 4. That was great. And then she put her away eventually with a Michinoku driver. 3 3/4. Very good match.
Yeah, Ryu Mizunami's somewhat kryptonite to me sometimes, like just the amount of chops and it's just a boring gimmick to me personally. Aside from that, I thought it was an excellent match, and I want to signal boost Yurika Oka because she is fucking awesome.
Then afterwards, we got the official challenge. Iwata and Takase. Yurika, of course, is one half of the Senjo Tag Champions with God, what the fuck's your name?
Miyamoto.
Thank you, Miyamoto. I don't know why my brain went blank there. I could think Bob Momo Banana. For some reason, I couldn't think of Miyamoto. But yes, they're going to be challenging Bob Momo Banana on the March 27th Sendai Pit show. So makes sense. They pinned half the champions. They get the title shot. The main event, the reason why I wanted to watch this show, with all due respect to the rest of this card, was Chihiro Hashimoto defeating Senka Akatsuki, 13-14 with a lariat. This was, World versus Junior Champion. I totally forgot that Senka beat Yuna for that belt before she walked out. But that happened on a show I didn't watch last month, so I guess that's why I forgot. But yeah, very hard hitting, very physical. Always appreciate that. I just wish the crowd could have made some actual noise. The girls were just beating the shit out of each other. We got a knockout tease at one point after Chihiro really battered her. And I love watching them just struggle on the mat to pin each other too. And then Chihiro simply, hit one more big lariat, and that got the pin. Awesome match, even though it couldn't be truly competitive at this point given their relative strength. But they still managed to have a great main anyway. So, again, I wish the crowd could have made more actual noise. But still an easy 4 stars for me. Awesome main event.
I think Hashimoto is maybe the best wrestler in the world. I'm still thinking about that opinion, but I'm close to arriving at that opinion. Obviously, I thought it was 3 before, but the more I just think Hashimoto is on a tear in these singles matches, especially since you retired. I'm enjoying a lot of Hashimoto singles. Senka was awesome in this match as well. I think it was one of her best performances, maybe her best singles performance actually. I loved Senka struggling to get Hashimoto down on one knee, and then she got the headlock and the whole crowd reacted. It was just awesome, simple wrestling. The chain wrestling at the start, like Hashimoto doing a cartwheel while keeping a headlock, just pops the hell out of me. So she just does the craziest shit to retain headlock control and just maintain the waist locks and stuff like that. It's awesome. Senka got huge reactions just from doing stuff like walking with Hashimoto on her in an octopus stretch. It's about milking the most out of her spots, and I think Senka does that extraordinarily for a rookie, basically. Then my favorite spot of the match was Senka slapping Hashimoto around the face, and then Hashimoto just delivering clubbing KO forearms that fucking looked like hell. So great selling from Senka on those forearms as well. I literally thought she was dead. Awesome match.
Then we have that's the end of the show, excuse me. But yes, Manami came out to challenge afterwards. That's where I was going with that. And it sounds like did they confirm that Sendai Pit next month also?
27th of March, yeah.
Yeah, that's Sendai Pit, yeah.
Yeah, Sendai Pit.
So we get that show. So that's a loaded Sendai Pit show, world title and tag title match. But definitely we'll cover that one. But yes, overall a very breezy and fun watch, just like most small level Senjo shows are. This one actually might have even looked even better by comparison because I watched it right after the Dragongate show. And I was like, we talked about how horrible the Dragongate show was. I'm like, thank you for saving my sanity, Senjo. So there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Now our last show we're going to talk about is Ice Ribbon. So obviously don't normally talk about Ice Ribbon on this podcast, but I saw they had this Yokohama show with a week where you were going to come on. So it made a lot of sense to do it. So Yokohama Ribbon 2026, February 23rd. Unfortunately, this didn't end up being that great of a show, as you apologized to me afterwards. You were like, we got kind of screwed on the card. But yeah. I mean, I didn't hate it or anything, especially with some of the shit we watched. Yeah. So 146 attendance for the show. Look pretty full, actually. The Yokohama Ribbon Radiant's pretty tiny.
I think AJPW announced 270 though, so I don't actually know what the capacity of that place is, but yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it just depends on how you set it up. Yeah. I just didn't see where they could have put more fans.
No, exactly. Yeah, I was confused.
More seats or something. Also, big announcement. They announced, Ice Ribbon, that they're reopening Bar After Party starting on February 26th. So you, the listener, can go drink with Yuka because she's one of the people that's going to work there, along with some other people. I think the first one's Tsukina Umino. But yeah, it's one of these Japanese bars where it's sort of like a concept bar is what they call them, I think, where you're basically paying to drink with the girls more than anything else. But it's like a low-level Kabekura almost. but it's not that expensive. I mean, it's 3,000 yen for the first hour, but it's all you can drink, which, I wish I could get all you could drink anywhere in New York at any bar for $30. So, which obviously 3,000 yen isn't even $30, but 3,000 yen for the first hour and 2,000 yen per 60-minute extension. So, are you going to try to go to bar after party when you go to Japan?
I am. There's like 2 free days where there's not a lot of wrestling shows between like after the Stardom show, basically 27th, 28th. I'm going to see if it's open.
I hope so, because it has an irregular schedule. They said so. We'll see.
Yeah, and I'm hoping Yuka is there because I think it's like Tsukina, Umino, Yuka, or Yuzuki, who's from Hot Shushu. Those are the 3 that are rotating. So
I see. I definitely want to try to go on a Yuka day too. Although Umino might be cool too.
Umino's cool. Yeah, either of those I'll be happy with. Yuzuki, I just don't watch any of. So.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Yuzuki.
No.
But yeah, so there you go. There's a bar. Ice Ribbon Bar is coming back. That closed like April 2020 during COVID, so it'd take a long time to bring it back for whatever reason. It's like right by their dojo in Saitama, and Velky on the Discord mentioned that apparently when it closed, Tsukasa Fujimoto and somebody else, I forget who the other one was, like did a live stream where they like drank all the alcohol or something. Which sounds so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Just the 2 of them on there just fucking drinking the place dry because they know they need out the booze anymore.
Well, it's drink as much as you want. It's like 3,000 yen.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. 3,000 yen drink as much. But I'm saying they drank the place dry because it was closing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So they drank through. Dad, I'm doing my podcast. You got to wait.
Hi, John.
Yeah, I'm doing my podcast. I'll call you back.
Okay.
All right. My dad dropping it on me.
Bye, John's dad.
He can't hear you because I have my headphones on. But yes, I'll leave that in because it's kind of funny when that happens. But yeah, because I have this drop-in thing. I've explained it before. The Amazon Echo thing where you can just drop it on me, and I sometimes forget to like put on Do Not Disturb before I start recording, which I did today. I think I almost always forget. Actually, it just doesn't always drop it on me while I'm recording. So he did today. So there you go. But yes, that's what my dad sounds like, everybody. He probably just calling to ask me if I'm coming tomorrow, which I am, because the New Japan show in Trenton is like 15 minutes from his house, so it's very convenient for me.
Oh,
yeah.
Have fun.
Anyway, thank you. So the Ice Ribbon show, that's what we're up to. So this show, the whole roster got introduced for the show. Now obviously you're the Ice Ribbon guy, you watch all their shows. Is this something they do all the time? So I think I got to Korakuen a little late. And I think if they did it there, I missed it.
Sorry for the intros.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do it all the time on all the dojo shows as well. Yeah.
So they introduce the whole roster.
Yeah, and then they say a promo. Yeah.
All right, cool. That's cool. Cool little thing. It's different.
Yeah.
The opener here. This was a very unique match. It was Hikari Minami defeating Rico in 6:38 with a blockbuster hold. Now Hikari is 31 years old, but she's been active on and off since 2005, which means she first wrestled when she was 10. And Rico, of course, one of their child wrestlers. So you have the grown-up child wrestler who really grew up because she's like a big Joshi. She's like 5'6", taking on a child herself now. And this is her first match, her official return match. She did appear on the January 4th crossover show Actress Girls, but I guess this was her official return match. I think she's going full-time after this, right?
Yep, she is.
So there you go. This is like a former child wrestler facing a child wrestler. Very unique. Hikari knows what it's like to be on the other side of it, I guess, which is kind of cool. But didn't stop from being a bully, though, because she pulled Rico up at 2. Wasn't very nice of her. But Hikari did end up getting the win anyway. Kind of typical kids match stuff, 2 3/4. I'm interested to see more of Hikari, because she looked, from what I could see here, she has a unique look. I mean, anytime you're 5'6", you're going to stand out in a Joshi promotion, so...
She also looked very good on that Actress Girls Venus show. So Venus is that theatre group that has been mentioned on this podcast maybe a couple of times, maybe when Velka's on here. They do a theatre play. They finished a play on the 4th of January, and that has been like a really good talent pipeline for like previous wrestlers to come back in, because Yuka came from there as well. Now Hikari Minami and Actress Girls have received like a new rookie from there as well. So very interesting. But yeah, she returned against an 11-year-old, so she's a coward.
Why? So it's interesting. Like, I wonder why they rotate out from the... It's like they do the show for a while, and then they're like, it gives them the bug to go back and do actual wrestling.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that was it started up. They recruited these, I guess, former wrestlers, and then they got the itch, and then they returned to either Ice Ribbon or they started new in Actress Girls. That's exactly.
Because you imagine this must be like hobby level at this level. So,
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
because they have to have they must have other jobs.
You have to be part time when you're working for these promotions. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
as in the second job. Sorry.
Yeah. But then they just, Yeah,
they got the itch.
They got the itch.
Because Venus was a play about becoming a professional wrestling organization. That's why they held their show going against Tokyo Dome, which was funny. But yeah, they had to do wrestling as part of that theater play. So
yeah, that's interesting. Match number 2, Kaori Yoneyama and Masahiro defeating Yuka and Shiono. It was Yoneyama pinning Shiono in 6:28. Yuka was who made the most enormous impression on me in the Triangle 3-Way. So I was very disappointed to see her in this like match 2 6.5 minute tag against the child wrestler.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Yoneyama. Shiono, also her partner, is a rookie, right? She doesn't have a cage match profile yet.
This is why I say we got unlucky, because basically Kirishiro Tokyo Japan has fobbed off his Uptown rookies to Ice Ribbon, because obviously he probably doesn't have a dojo. So Shiono and Saito in a later match, they're Uptown rookies, and yeah, Ice Ribbon's taking care of them. So unlucky for us for a bit. They're super rookies. Green, basically. Yeah, they're super green.
Uptown rookies. Now, how did Yoneyama? Is that their official Uptown rookie gear? That fucking grainy looking one piece bathing suit or whatever?
It is. I didn't watch their debuts in Uptown in September, but yeah, I guess it is.
Because Nicole watching that was like, what the fuck? I mean, it looks a little like the All Japan Women's one that like the old All Japan Women's one like Senka wears, but like except much worse looking. So
yeah, not good.
Also, how did Yoneyama get this child that she turned on just to steal the Triangle Ribbon title from Makoto back at Ribbon Mania to team with her again?
Masai is very cunning. Okay, she knows she's going to need Yoneyama one day on her side, so she's just biding her time.
And Yoneyama did lose the Triangle title to someone named Miran at her own Goki Game Pro New Year's Day show the next day, which kind of serves her right. Miran from Diana, I guess, is who it is, and she hasn't defended that title yet.
No. But she's awesome. I hope she does.
Okay. Why can't she be on this show then if she's awesome?
Yeah, she was on the Ribbon Mania that you were at. She's like the 16-year-old. She's literally
got it.
She's going to be like a May Sarah clone. Like she's going to be that good.
Actually, I should give Masahiro credit. Or is it Masai or Masa? It's Masai, right?
Yeah, Masai. Yeah.
Why did they write Masa on this site? Anyway, Masai. So Masai. I wrote the correct name. Project Pure Russell Spirit wrote the wrong name, so shame on them. But yes, Masai was smart because if she didn't want to shake hands with Yoneyama at first, when Yoneyama wanted to shake her hand before the match. So she's smarter than I gave her credit for at first. She does know this woman is a clown, literally a clown.
Wait, where's the report? Wait, who wrote Masa?
That Project Pure Russell Spirit blog. I use them for like the results.
Oh, I didn't even know that exists. Okay.
Yeah, just for sites for websites where they don't have their own like English thing with like exact results and match times and really like who got the fall on who is the important part that Cage Match never has. Anyway, so the match itself, it was a little below average. You know, it was whatever. Yoneyama pinned Shiono with a running splash. Nothing to this one besides Yuka's great forearms, so 2 1/4.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we got unlucky. Like Yuka in a match like this, Masahiro had, in a match like this, and they just didn't do much. Yeah, just unlucky.
Match 3. Okay, so here's what I need to tell you. What happened to you? I need you to tell me what happened to Bad Butts.
They're still around. Yeah,
because Yappy was here just randomly teaming with someone.
Yeah, because Ancham and Kreia weren't booked on the show. That's why.
Okay, so Yappy's still a heel.
Yappy is still heel, yes.
Could have fooled me based on this match, but...
Yeah, if she's not got her buddies around, yeah, because Kreia was booked on a Pure J show, and Ancham, I guess, was just doing her own thing. She's like she's contracted to another promotion.
Who's she contracted to?
Oh, like it's one of these shindies, like Shinshu, and I don't even know if they air anything or do any shows. Some shindies just like literally have contracts with talent, and then are just like booking agencies, right? So that's just one of them.
Oh, I see. So match 3 was it's like what did you say? It was Asuka?
No, it's Shinshu. I don't know. Shinshu is like the name. I think
there was somebody who was on the show from Asuka, right? I can't remember who it was.
Oh yeah, that's Arisa Shinoso. Yeah, in the same match.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because I was like, okay, because I remember seeing that name, and I'm like, they promotions that never make tape. Like I want to go to an Asuka show someday just to see what it is. Because I see that
they have a YouTube, and the last uploaded show was like almost a year ago, so they're just very slow.
I gotta watch their YouTube then. I'm gonna go look at Asuka's YouTube just to see what the fuck they are. I didn't even know they had a YouTube, honestly.
Yeah.
Totora, Satsuki, and Miku Kanaway defeated Yappy and Arisa Shinose. Satsuki got a pin on Shinose in 8:13. This existed. 2.5 stars. I really had no notes on this at all.
Yep. I don't know.
Match. The show starts to pick up a little bit though. The next match, which was Kaoho Matsushita and Moe Hiro defeating Kiori Wakana and Saito. Moe with the leg roll clutch on Saito in 10:47. Wakana was the one in the three-way who didn't make much of an impression on me at the time. I thought she looked okay here. The one who I'm blown away with is Moe Hiro. I mean, she is for a literal.
That's interesting.
You don't think she's that good?
No, she is good. I just didn't know you would have that strong of an impression of her.
Well, because I saw her also in Stardom recently on the New Blood shows.
Yes, yeah.
And she was really, really good on those two shows too. I mean, I won 4 stars on one of her 2 matches. And I thought
wasn't that mostly Mase?
Yeah, but when she was in there though, I thought she she looks really smooth and like really like her maybe I'm just having soft expectations for like a 15 or 16-year-old, or maybe is she 14?
Well, also a rookie. Like she debuted in 2025.
Yeah, so she's not that experienced.
You're right.
And she's very young, and she looks like a complete natural in there to me. Like she's, her drop kicks look good. She takes good bumps. Her selling was good. I mean, pretty much all the stuff that you want a young wrestler to be good at, she's good at. And I thought, she's really good for someone with that little experience and that that young. So there you go. But yeah, just thought she's very good for a literal child is what the actual note there. So
she can do a lot of moves as well.
Her bridging
special
suplex.
She does. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
It was really, really good. That's what got the pin with. 3.25. Had a good time with this one.
Yeah, I'm a big Karari fan. I know she didn't make an impression on you, but she's grown a lot in 2025.
Well, she's better here, I thought. She's better here than I thought she was.
They put a lot of work to push her during that year, and I kind of think it worked for me because I did not like her at the start of 2025, and it turned the ship around. And Kaho is obviously the champion, the Ice Ribbon champion. She beat she beat both of them. Yeah, Ribbon Mania, Karari and Yuka. Yeah, and then she defended it against Minami Katsu a few weeks later. So good match.
Semi-main. This one apparently we disagreed on, so it'll be interesting. Tsukina Umino going to a time limit draw in 15 minutes with Kiku. So Umino won the Fantas Ice title at the show I was at, but that wasn't on the line here for whatever reason. Kiku is 47 years old. I'd never seen her before. She wasn't on the show I went to. She's mostly from the other thing, right? The Hot Shushu thing.
Hot Shushu,
yeah. I don't know. I thought this was good. I didn't think it was blow or anything, but it started with decent mat wrestling. Thought they were hitting each other hard. At one point, Umino just like grabbed Kiku's leg to block a penalty kick and just like slammed it on the mat super hard. That was like very ouchy. And I thought the end of it where Umino was like getting so pissed off and so upset with herself and not being able to put Kiku away. I liked that a lot. I thought she was selling that really well.
Yeah.
And she took forever setting up this big double chop, and I was surprised when Kiku actually ducked it. I thought that was kind of cool. And she did this like sharpshooter looking thing where she also like turned it like a arm block too. I thought that was cool looking. And then Umino hit another nice setup Michinoku driver, but then I thought maybe she was going to get the pin rep for the time limit drop, but then Kiku rolls through the pin attempt and like rolls her up instead, and the time just expires. I thought it was surprising and super dramatic, and I don't know, 3.5 stars. I didn't think it was like a blow-away match or anything, but I also liked Umino's one of the ones who made a positive impression on me in the last show, and Nicole and I were joking that because Nicole always says about herself that she kind of has resting bitch face, and Nicole and I were joking that Umino kind of has it too, because she kind of just looks angry all the time. But yeah, I mean, just very, very, it's not a. I feel like she owns it though, so good. She looks very stern the way a lot of Joshi can. But yeah, 15 minutes.
Great.
Yeah, I thought it was a good match. Now go ahead and bury Kiku.
I'm not gonna bury her. I just don't think she's like a great wrestler. Even though this probably was like a decent performance, right? She's retiring on the 28th of March at Korakuen Hall on the Hot Shushu show. That's the one that Starlight Kid and is it Azumi? I don't know. It's either Azumi or Meisera. But they're going to be on that show. And yeah, I thought
is that going to air somehow? Maybe we can cover that.
It will 100% be on the Ice Ribbon live stream because they always put all their shows up because they're like a promotion network. It's very closely with Ice Ribbon. They use their same ring and stuff like that. So, so I just don't have any connection to Kiku as a character, I guess, and that kind of makes me not invested in her matches, and it makes me lose interest in her matches. But I fully accept everything you said, because everything you said was accurate. It was probably a good Kiku match, and Tsukino Umino is awesome, and yeah. But I just felt the match was too long, because it was a time limit draw. I don't need to see Kiku for 15 minutes, basically. That's all.
Yeah, that's fair. Then the main event was the team of Makoto and Sumika Yanagawa defeating the champions of Manami Katsu and Misa Kagura to win the International Ribbon Tag titles. Makoto pinned Kagura in 1724. So Katsu and Kagura fail in their first defense, and Makoto and Yanagawa become the 60-night champions. This was awesome. Just a very physical, back-and-forth match. I'm not even sure. I've seen Makoto a fair amount. I'm not sure I've ever seen her kick as hard as she was kicking here. So, she looked good. Had a really fun stretch run, and I really enjoyed this one. Easily match of the night, 4 stars. If you're gonna watch anything on the show, I would say just watch the last 3 matches, honestly. But the main event was definitely the one to watch.
First time seeing Manami Katsu, impressions, because she's my favorite.
She was very good. You hyped her up a lot, and she lives with the hype. I get what you mean by the Saori Jr. thing.
Yes, yeah.
So she definitely hits very hard and all that. I'm never going to
also
turn
wrestling
down.
bitch face, by the way.
Yes, I'm never going to turn down a physical Joshi match. Girls screaming and hitting each other very hard. Definitely a thing I like. So
yeah, I love Manami Katsu and Misa Kagura, and I feel like their tag matches also feel kind of like chaotic and frantic in a way that really like immerses me in them. They just feel like more realistic. Tim actually pointed this out, like the way they like protected the pins and tried to isolate Sumika Yanagawa, and then the storyline there is Sumika and Misa Kagura are tag partners from JTO, and then they became freelancers in like August or whatever. And then Misa Kagura was just going all over the independent scene, joining all sorts of units and making all sorts of tag teams, and kind of leaving Sumika in the dust. And now Sumika got her own freelancer tag partner, so that's where like the venom in their like forearms were in this match. So I just thought it was cool, like they were both working to isolate her and actually like try to win the match. It just felt super realistic, and a lot of their matches felt like that. So I'm very sad they lost the titles, because I wanted to see them in more tag matches, and they just didn't defend them since September. So I kind of thought they were going to drop them just because of that. They just maybe don't have time to defend them. I don't know what Misa. Yeah, so anyway, I was sad about it, but I kind of figured it was going to happen. Awesome match. I loved it a lot.
So yeah, pretty good show by the end of it. I enjoyed, not like a blowaway or anything, because the undercard was very good, but I liked the top few matches. So just wish a few people already liked had gotten more to do, but it made me want to watch Ice Ribbon more. So I guess mission accomplished.
And you can definitely like even like parachute into like the top matches with like Katsu, Yuka. Like when Manami Katsu has a singles match with Yuka, that is must see for every Joshi fan. That is going to be really fucking great.
How do I watch them, by the way? I meant to ask you that.
Ice, yeah, they've got a streaming service basically.
Okay.
I can link
me to it later. I'll probably say.
Yes,
so I see that upcoming shows is they're doing some dojo shows the 28th, and
dojo shows are on YouTube, but you can basically skip all those. They're just fun, basically. They're just like.
But March 8th, they're in Tokyo Square and Itabashi, which I assume is like their next like real show.
Yes.
And we have Makoto and Sumika Yanagawa defending the tag titles against somebody. I don't see
Kiku and Tsukino Umino, actually.
Oh, okay. There you go. That sounds cool, actually.
Yeah.
So
but if you like Kiku, yeah.
yeah. Before her retirement there. That's cool.
Yeah. I'm just praying Yuka is in a match against Katsu. It was kind of funny. Like Katsu and Yuka have met once on the 4th of January, and they threw forearms so hard at each other that Yuka was actually out for a bit with a collapsed lung after. So
I want to see who is supposed to be on that episode. It's John DK. I bet I could talk him into watching that. We already have a really stacked episode, but what's one more?
I would love to hear John talk about Ice Ribbon. Yes, please.
All right. I'm going to put it down. I'm going to put it down the format. John listens, I think, so he'll find out when he listens. But if not, then I'll just tell him. So now that's a really stacked episode, though. So that one's probably going to go 5 hours again.
Because you mentioned John, I do have to say something, because I saw one of his messages about the Marigold comparisons, and I do have to say I was being hyperbolic when I compared them to Seedling. I know they're above Seedling. Please don't take that seriously. I don't hate
Marigold. It's just they had a bad night. I don't know. Also, they already have Mania 2026 on the schedule. That's cool. I know where I'll be on December 31st at 11:30 a.m.
Yes.
So I'll be at Ribbon Mania at Korakuen Hall. So there you
go. I will not, but I will be watching from home. So
I
hope you're in the front row going for them.
I don't know if they have anything. Well, maybe I could go to one of these, the June 20th or June 28th Itabashi. Oh, June 20th is Kitazawa. I don't know. We'll see. See if I can go there during June.
I've been to a Kitazawa Ice Ribbon show. It's fun. I mean, you could go to a dojo show as well, to be honest, on a Saturday.
Yeah, there's a dojo show?
Normally every week. Unless they have like a pay-per-view.
I see. They just haven't announced it yet. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. But I'm definitely going to go Ribbon Mania at least. So I might actually buy a better ticket ahead of time this time. So.
Hell yeah.
All right, folks. We're going to wrap it up here. Under 4 hours. Yeah. We did it, everybody. we finally did an under 4 hour episode again. Hell yeah. Only 3 hours. For most podcasts, 3 hours and 45 minutes would be long. But for this one, that is fucking short. So.
And how many minutes were spent on good shows?
Not that many, unfortunately. A lot of bad shows. All right, you did your plug already, but plug one more time for the sickos to make it to the end.
Social Suplex Podcast Network and Social Suplex Newsletter, which is on socialsuplex.com. We tried to do the most coverage you've ever seen written in English about Japan and Japanese promotions, so check it out. And then Joshi-ing Around podcast with Tim Hunter, and we talk about all of these indies that you spoke about, including reviewing every Ice Ribbon show, Diana show, whatever you can think of. So we focus on Joshi only.
Next week, folks, I'm going to have Paul back on. So not Paul from the Emerald Flow Show, another reunion with someone I last saw in Japan. So Paul and I are going to be on. We have like the lightest show load in a while, which is funny because
there's not a lot going on. Yeah,
every other March episode, basically until the very last one, has like 10 million shows.
Yeah,
but this one is all we have is New Beginning in USA, which again I'm going to go to. The Stardom February 28th Korakuen, the Noah March 1st Korakuen, and then the 2 Dragongate Osaka shows on the 28th and the 1st. So that's all we got for next week. So it's going to be a light week. Might be able to hit an even shorter runtime than this one.
Do you want to add in DDT in there? A DDT live show in Yokohama Radiant Hall?
I think it's okay. There's nothing interesting on that card, so
yeah.
It's like
Toy in an extreme title match. He's kind of hit the mark so far.
That's true. I probably just watch it. I don't know if I want to review it.
Yeah, no. So.
But yeah, we'll do New Beginning, especially want to not force myself to watch the whole show when I can just watch the extreme title match. Probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll do those shows. God knows I've been enjoying Noah so much, and Dragon Gate just had a big day for me. So hopefully those two promotions bring us more joy next week.
Oh, but hey, that's Kai Fujimura in the fucking final. Jesus.
Let's go.
I hope Paul fucking buries Kai Fujimura, and you as well, John. I want you to fucking bury him.
I've been burying him many times. So
yes, continue.
We finally got a week off from burying Kai Fujimura. So
yeah.
Right back to the Kai Fujimura grindstone next week. But yes, New Japan Storm I've enjoyed, so hopefully those two shows are good, especially New Japan once I'm going to it. Not thrilled with the card, given it's like Forbidden Door Junior, but we'll see. I'm excited for Yoda and Andrade at least, yeah. Sort of for Athena and Shuri too, I guess.
Oh, that's going to be good.
Yeah.
You're not an Athena fan?
I've seen Athena go both ways, I think. I've seen her deliver, and I've seen her be very disappointing to me, so we'll see. And I just hope she doesn't win either. But
there's no fucking way.
I would hope not, but you never fucking know.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Thank you as always for listening. If you want to follow us on Twitter, it's at Russell Omakase. The wrestling would not fit. If you want to follow me on Blue Sky, it's at Just1MB. And we will see you again pretty soon. I don't know why I messed up so bad. Bye, everybody.
Hi, I'm Case Lowe, co-host of the Open the Voice Gate podcast. The one question I'm constantly asked when it comes to Dragongate is how do I get into the promotion? Well, stop asking and start listening to the Open the Voice Gate podcast, released every Wednesday on the Voices of Wrestling podcasting network. For exclusive news and show reviews, look no further than the leader in Dragongate coverage, Open the Voice Gate.